Hello, everyone. Welcome to Theater Screen Pays Pathfinder campaign less than or equal to 2, episode 31. We're going to start with our theme, and then we will get started.
There is a manticore in this dungeon, and our company is falling to its claws. But if even one companion rolls a 20 with a broadsword, we will slay the beast with one stab through its jaws, and steal the treasure from its paws to thunderous applause.
Hello, everyone. We're back, and I think I got our peeps. Nathan and Victoria, welcome.
We're here.
You are here. So, I didn't write a mega synopsis because I got lazy. So, I'm just going to read the last episode synopsis, which is episode 30, Will This Cure My Blindness?
Will it, though?
You'll find out. Felicity spoke with Han about her bow while on watch, realizing that talking to him more than a few sentences was taxing. But she did notice Ruth had braided and put a bead in his little scrap of hair. Suffering through the conversation, Felicity learned that Han was a baker before becoming undead. Felicity seemed to confuse Han and Tectoon's backstories to an amusing degree. Realizing she was done with the conversation, Felicity turned Han around and the two kept watch in opposite directions. When Felicity saw the sun through the haze, she woke up Molly asking why there was no coffee. Molly made terribly bitter coffee, astoundingly bitter. Ruth sacrificed the remainder of her bag of sugar to the coffee. Tectoon advised Felicity to consider listening to people, using the idea of learning about her mutiny as an example. Felicity finished her breakfast and bid Tectoon a curt farewell. While traveling on the cart, Ruth gave Felicity arrows and showed her how to shoot her bow, although she gave her a water berth wary of the bow's construction. Molly spoke with Ullman regarding disguising herself as a different race when they were closer to the Duke. The conversation was interrupted by Molly noticing a large set of wings flapping in the distance. Using the spyglass, Molly realized the creature was massive with glowing red eyes. Deciding that sneaking was a better plan, Molly used the recipe for perfect grease and greased the wheels with the product. Ullman looked at the recipe and advised that using Vanara fur might work better. Molly was immediately defensive and very aware of her strong emotions and distress. Attempting to sneak, Felicity took down the comically oversized Hello Kitty flag she borrowed from the ship. Felicity overheard the creature talking about causing someone to know true pain, feeding them her own spleen, followed by an abruptly cut-off scream and crunching. Molly and Felicity gave everyone aliases as the group diverted around the flying creature. While dodging the creature, a flying, writhing ball of what appeared to be intestines caused the party to redirect again. Quietly avoiding both, the party continued back on original course, encountering a desiccated body. Creeping closer, Molly saw the body holding a book about necromancy splayed in its hands. Molly strongly debated taking the book and decided to leave it untouched. After returning to the cart, Ullman stood up and said he needed to step away for a moment, floating westward on his disc and fading into the haze. The party had lunch and continued to wait until nightfall before setting up camp. A solid orange glow appeared in the direction Ullman went. Felicity and Molly debated following him, with Felicity resolving to trust the wizard. Molly attempted to communicate with Novulu, but found they were unable to make contact within spot. Felicity kept watch, focusing on the light as it proceeded to get dimmer until fading away entirely. Upon reaching morning, the party decided to head in the direction of Ullman and roughly where the light was. Molly snuck up and found Ullman's undamaged robes, but was unable to find his spellbook. Ruth found a bare footprint and pointed it out to a defensive Molly. Molly found a pair of Ullman's slippers in the cart, realizing he left without shoes, likely naked with only a spellbook, the party surmised.
God.
Molly expressed his pleasure at the elven race unprovoked before following the direction of the footprint. Molly and Felicity found a stone plinth partially buried in the ashen ground, covered in a script but otherwise unmarred and unbelievably old. The party regretted not bringing the collapsible shovel when they dug out the plinth by hand. They found the ground exsicated their skin, leaving it prone to potential cracking. Taking a potion of tongues, Molly read about the plinth being a portal to the First World and a gate for those who have sought aid from the Queen of the First World before. Forgetting gnomes were originally fey in nature, Molly began to dread giving up more of her blood. Tectune advised giving up hair or something less traumatic. Setting her hair upon the plinth, it grew fiery red in color and the plinth began to glow. The group discussed if they should pursue opening the portal, knowing that time was erratic, everything on the other end was more powerful, and it could derail Molly's revenge plan. Molly's hair refused to move from the plinth, and the party started to walk away when a feminine voice asked if Molly was rejecting her homeland yet again, offering help if she would come through. The party gathered that Ullman was within the gate and could come help them if they passed through. Although tempted, Molly refused to go. The voice stated that Ullman was right, and the portal opened, revealing a petite fey woman sitting on a toadstool throne surrounded by butterflies and dragonflies, with Ullman standing next to her in fine robes. The woman further elaborated that Ullman trusted the party would not follow him and engaged in a bet with the Queen, gaining an extra day of life for correctly assuming the party's actions. Molly admitted Felicity was right and cleaned the ashen dirt off her and Felicity's hands. Molly noted the Fey Queen wanted to have a conversation with her, but stated they would come back after delivering their letter. The Queen offered aid in exchange for a favor, but Molly declined, cautious of the aid of fey creatures. Molly continued to turn down offers to further gain more of her heritage, such as the color of her hair, returning back to the dull red she was so familiar with. Molly's hair reattached to where it was cut, undamaged. The Queen alluded to magic powers Molly turned down before bidding the party farewell and closing the portal, worrying Molly she might have offended the monarch. Felicity was jealous of Ullman's fey-made clothes as they appeared nicer than her coat. She did her best to not admit how nice they were and was more than slightly tempted to take a scrap of Molly's hair to reopen the portal. The party made their way westward as the sun faded away, likely due to the clouds. The party waited for the clouds to pass to stay oriented and continued in the direction Felicity assumed to be westward. A flickering light was visible in the haze, and the party pursued it as it moved. The party debated hailing it before the GM accidentally revealed it was a creature. Examining it, they saw it was floating four-fingered with flowing white hair and with light bursting from its eyes, mouth, and cracks in its skin. Noticing the party, a voice reminiscent of rending metal spoke to them. A valiant attempt at diplomacy was made, including asking Ullman, Ruth, and Tectune for aid, but they found the trio seemingly frozen mid-conversation. The creature asked for Felicity's gauntlets of the weapon master, which Felicity would not even consider. Molly attempted to bargain with her unidentified candle, but the creature obliterated it with a searing ray. Molly then threw holy water in the creature's face. The creature managed to dodge the water before the party engaged in a valiant fight, eventually breaking the creature's hold on the frozen remnants of the party. The creature, through the course of the fight, became damaged and blinded Felicity in a burst of light before being dismissed by Tectune's dismissal spell. Felicity came to the unfortunate realization she would be blind until Tectune could prepare spells the next day. As Felicity was given a cup of hot tea by Ruth, she continued to ask if anything could cure her blindness, which disappointingly nothing could. The party did what they could to make her comfortable, although she was more than a little crabby. The duo decided they hated their current locale before the party heard the sound of the creature's voice, seemingly returning to finish the job. Throwing Felicity under the cart, the party re-engaged with the creature. The party fought valiantly despite the rampant blindness that impacted all but Ruth. Molly concluded the battle by stabbing the creature with her dagger. The drivers assisted Ruth in collecting the blinded crew, providing them with tea and dinner before heading to bed, awaiting the cure for their blindness.
Oh, we're gonna be unblind.
You will.
Please
So
unblind me. I can't see how beautiful I am.
Oh, it's supposed to be German now? Felicity's gonna pick up like a light German, effeminate German accent.
Well, now that I'm blind.
It's true, yeah.
So
I mean, everything's
you
changed.
are currently in spot, trying to sleep throughout the night. I'm assuming you are letting Ruth keep watch throughout the entire night, as she's the only one that is not blind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think by definition, she's the only one who can watch.
Okay.
Ruth and Hans. Han.
Okay, Ruth and
Hans.
Han.
Han. Okay. Sorry, I had a moment. It's been a long time.
It has. It's been 6 months. Would both of you roll percentile dice for me, please?
Yeah.
I got an 84.
I got a 9.
Okay. Molly, you see this faint dream with the image of this cat. It's just this ghostly image heading westward, but it also seems to be guarded. You know, when their hackles are up, that's kind of the image that you're getting. It appears like it's trying to communicate with you. You see that blue and purple eye, very distinctly Novulu. And you hear the voice that you've heard Novulu, but it's garbled. And whatever they're trying to communicate with you isn't coming through.
Okay. But they're heading west on their guard.
Correct.
Okay.
Felicity, you dream of pleasant fields and flowers and the ocean and sailing on the Hello Kitty. Or sailing on the Ruby Renegade with the Hello Kitty splayed behind you.
It's, I always sleep well because, I don't carry any guilt or anything or stress. But this is one of the best nights of sleep ever. Unburdened by sight.
Okay, let me
Living
see.
on
You guys
snow.
are what level are you guys? Is it 12?
Are we level 5? No, we're not.
no.
We're like maybe level 8.
Is
Yeah,
it?
8 or 9. Yeah.
We're not level 9. Sorry. Why can I not see this listed here? This is insane.
And then
It's
you only
been a
have
minute since
you only
we've
have one
leveled up.
mythic tier, yes?
No.
Well, no.
No, we have 2.
Oh, we have
Two?
two now.
Okay. That's where I was getting mixed up. Okay.
I think we're level
Level 8.
maybe 8, yeah.
Okay. I have to see how many blindness, deafness I can give Tectune.
Okay. I'm gonna do the actual.
Let's see. Oracle and Witch. What? They take from the Shaman spell list. Remove blindness, deafness is, I think it's only like a level 2. Oh, it's a level 3.
Yeah, we are level 8.
Okay. Yeah, he can remove it from all of you guys. It'll just take all his level 3 and 4 spells. Okay.
Thanks, Tectune.
Or, let's see, because it's you two, himself,
The
Did we
blind
rest
curing the
Did
blind.
we
And
rest
Ullman,
for 2
right?
days? Yeah.
No, Ullman wasn't there.
Ullman wasn't there in the fight, no. Or
Yeah.
was he?
Yeah, Ullman was involved in that fight.
Okay, yeah.
Oh.
He was doing goofy stuff. I bet he was blind based on your
Okay.
description.
So that would be 4 with his bonus spells. Okay, I think that he should be able to do it using all his level 3s. Okay.
I mean, you can leave Molly blind. It's fine.
No, you can't.
Would she even
I'm still
notice? She's
throwing
half
bombs.
blind.
I'm going to make something clear. I'm not going to stop throwing bombs.
Oh, okay.
So I'm either going to be blind throwing bombs or in a...
I think she did throw bombs while she was blind, and it actually worked pretty well.
You did. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So, Felicity, you wake up, and when you open your eyes, you see everything. It seems that in the morning, Tectune casts Cure Blindness Deafness on you.
It's so bright. No, it's not.
It's,
This is a mist.
it's gray.
Never mind.
It's gray and
Gray and horrible.
yeah.
I was just like you.
Hey.
Uh,
I'm a stripey,
you
thank
see
you.
Tectune is casting
Very
Cure
horrible.
Blindness Deafness on everyone else, and is just kind of casting, and you see, yeah, and you just kind of see his holy symbol that he's cast before, and his blood hexes. Good morning.
Oh, good morning.
Ruth is making
Thanks.
coffee.
Oh, good. You know, honestly, I feel really rested. It was great to not have to worry about watch or like anything, really. Just a nice full 8 hours. Pretty stellar.
And then Han is like, yeah, it's great. Good morning.
Oh. Good morning. Han wasn't blinded?
No.
He's probably facing into a caravan.
If he isn't, I turned him around.
He flips himself with his tongue.
Ah, bastard.
You say those words out.
Yeah.
Molly, you wake up to
Ugh.
Tectune over you casting the spell, or finishing the spell, and you kind of see the light of the spell finishing over your eyes.
I sort of in like a I don't know what the appropriate word for it is, but like not in that kind of like fugue state, already tense from the dream. She sort of snaps up and grabs Tectune like by the throat.
Good morning.
Like, good morning, Tectune. Apologies.
He just gently
Yeah,
taps your
that's-
face. How'd you sleep?
Could have been better. Definitely could have been better. You know those dreams where you get like really ominous omens from like people who are kind of helping you, but also kind of making your life way more difficult?
No, but I believe it.
And they sort of give you like a cryptic message that tells you like where to go, but also that it's probably a bad idea, but you don't super have a choice because like an all-powerful being is sort of forcing you to like follow their instructions, and like yes, you'll get what you want, but like is it gonna feel good?
Is this about your revenge where you're going to kill someone because you feel like you need to?
Oh, that's going to be awesome. I cannot wait for that. It's more like the idea that something else has their hand in it and are sort of making sure that if it doesn't happen in a very specific way, that like it might not be what I want. But also at that point, will it be what I want? I don't know. Tectune, I had a long night. I'm sorry.
Ruth is making coffee, and I think another breakfast stew. I think we're going to be having a lot of stews for breakfast.
Oh my god, just liquid. Ugh. It's good. We'll be hydrated. It's fine. Molly gets up and like starts preparing her not mutagens, pardon me, she doesn't get those. Starts preparing her like bombs and her various like potion spells for the day.
Okay, and just don't forget to also mark off a day of rations for the party.
Yeah.
You have those, right?
Yeah, somewhere.
I think you were a ration girl.
Yeah, I had it all listed somewhere here. Find my card.
I don't remember
Cool.
Ruth's voice, but she comes up. There were bats, but they seem to stay away. There have been lights moving further over in the west. I don't really know if that's important to you. But
Lights
they didn't
moving
seem to be the
further
same
north.
lights of that creature that attacked us. Or that
Oh, well, that's
you-
good.
So,
That's awesome.
I mean, I don't know. It'd be kind of nice just to like go blind and deaf at night, you know, and just get some sleep. Okay, can you, Tecton? Can you do that?
I mean, I can, but you could always just put on a mask and earplugs.
No, that seems more difficult somehow.
God, the apathy.
Do you want me to
The
blind and
apathy.
deafen you every night?
Honestly, if that's an option,
Something to think. What if we're attacked?
oh, you guys can handle it, right?
You trust
all right.
Molly to handle it?
I guess not, considering she only has one hand.
Ow.
Good morning.
Is that how we're gonna start our day? Is that how we're gonna start?
I slept great. Why are you in such a bad mood?
We'll get into it, okay?
You want to share with the class?
I would love to share with the class. You know that god of torture that I kind of got like spun into worshiping? Yeah, they're like watching really closely.
Can I get some more coffee?
Yeah. Ruth tap.
Thanks. So go on. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's it. They're like paying attention and they're kind of helping, but they're not really helping. So it's like at the moment, it's sort of like all the stress and anxiety of having your like boss watch you really closely without any of their actual like support.
I can't really relate to that, but I
Yeah.
understand that it's probably really stressful for you.
It's stressful for me, and it should be stressful for you because, like, again, the whole god of torture thing.
Why would that be stressful for me?
Why would it be? You're right. Why would it be stressful for you?
No, genuinely asking.
Oh no, it's just like they're kind of like watching me, but like by association, they're sort of like watching all of us. And again, god of torture specifically, not a great friend.
I mean, you kind of tied yourself to them, though. So, like,
I didn't really have a choice. I was sort of like trapped in a weird liminal space.
what does that word mean?
Tectoon pops
What
in
does
and
that
says,
word mean?
I mean, you ultimately said that you wanted their help to take revenge.
Yes, but like, what else? Okay, let's talk power dynamics, Tectoon.
You can't say
Let's have that
no.
conversation. Yeah, okay, a god comes to you and asks you for something. I had two gods, both of which were evil. I said no to one, and they got really upset.
Which one was that?
Like, that was like the evil magic one that we screwed up their temple. Who
Oh,
was
yes.
that again? I'm sorry, I can't remember everybody's name. But yeah, we made them very upset, and then Navulu shows up, and it's just like, yeah, when you're running out of options, you take the help you can get, and unfortunately, that's the help that showed up.
Oh,
And I'm
you were talking about
grateful, and
Wedro,
I'm
the god of
using
fear,
that
right?
power. Yeah, I had fear and torture, so you know,
I mean,
I went with the one that sounded more useful.
it just sounds like you're regretting the choices you made.
I'm not regretting them. It's just a very complicated situation to be in. I have a lot of power, and I'm very excited. And yes, Tectoon, you're right. There is always a little bit of buyer's remorse in every purchase, but it's just.
Did you pay them?
No.
I mean,
Okay.
you kind of paid them. You owe them something.
Tectoon,
You deducted that out of your pay, right?
it's not
out
money.
of the
It was a bunch of fingers or something. I can't even remember.
fingers.
Yeah, I got a bunch of fingers, and no, I didn't buy the
What
fingers.
kind of creep are you working for?
Exactly my point. Fundamentally, my point.
Just imagine a necklace of fingers just like bulging.
Oh, yeah, we gave that to no, it was
It
a
was
necklace of ears.
Yeah, no, and that wasn't. I mean, we didn't like.
Will they take ears
those.
instead of fingers?
I
'Cause
don't.
we have like
think
a whole.
that's how this is gonna work. if you'd like to have a conversation with Navulu, I will happily open the channels. Here is not the time. Because, again, they're like being a cat and pointing me in directions.
Your cat?
Folk? Right now, no.
Oh, so we can hang out.
They're sort of everything.
Oh.
But yeah, they can be
It's confusing.
It's incredibly complicated. And as a technically incredibly smart individual, even I have no idea what's going on.
Pactoon leans into you, Felicity, and says, Navulu's holy animal is a cat.
Oh, hell yeah.
If you want to join, you can join the party. You like torturing stuff sometimes.
That's categorically untrue.
You know when you find like a mouse and you sort of like half kill it and you bat it around the deck for a little while?
I haven't eaten a mouse in like 3 weeks. Thank you very much.
Yeah, but you kill them all the time for like fun. And like when you puke up those frogs.
Okay, but they're like, they go down so easily.
Pactoon goes,
I used the word Pactoon. I'm so sorry. When you puke up those tiny helpless amphibians that you eat.
Mostly like newts.
Yeah, when you puke up those newts.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I have to admit, sometimes a good frog is delicious.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, sometimes you just need something to suck on, and just slide it on down.
All right, and on that note, let's get moving, y'all.
So we're going.
So Ullman finally gets up. Well, what's the plan?
We're going west, Ullman. How are those eyes doing?
They're here. I have how many ever days left? Kind of lost track. Got an extra one.
We should really clarify. Well, that's awesome. You got an extra bonus day.
Yeah, to hang out with us.
Yeah.
Isn't that fun?
It's been a great time. I don't know about you.
A little unhinged. Yeah, we're having a good time.
I mean, I think I know what I was getting in for.
That's a shock because we didn't know.
I think you do. Whether or not you want to admit it is really up to you. You seem a little bit of a denialist, but that's okay. You're young.
Less so. I think I'm older than Ullman, right?
Middle-aged.
Ullman is 418.
Oh, I'm 145.
You're just a baby.
Okay, so yeah, I'm just a baby.
You're adorable.
145, pardon me. 145 years young. Yeah. Little Molly.
145 years young.
35.
Oh, 35.
He goes up into Ruth's rocking chair with his cup of coffee and his bowl of soup.
Ruth, are you cool with that?
Someone better use it.
Well, it's kind of your chair. I'm just double checking.
He's old and he doesn't get another life.
Heck yeah. All right. Well, you enjoy that rocking chair. I just wanted to make sure everything was cool. Forrest, Oliver, are we good? I know I was just screaming about the God of Torture for a little while. I'm sure that was pretty unnerving.
I mean, you kind of do that all the time, though. So
yeah, they're just like, but
I promised
you paid us
contracted help. Yeah, you're outside of the scope of people that I
you already promised you weren't going to kill us, so as long as that still holds true.
It still does, and I'm just reaffirming that to make sure that it's still on my mind. That not hurting you is still on the list.
We're good.
Sweet.
God. They have their hearty bowls of soup.
Breakfast soup.
You notice that Ruth has put some eggs in there. Where she got the eggs, you don't know.
I'm gonna eat it anyways.
Do we ask?
Fine. No.
Yeah, you know what? I'm fine with it. I'm not even gonna add. I've got enough going on. I think the idea that I notice eggs in my soup is a little. Yeah, I have a 0 perception. I don't see the eggs.
It's extra protein.
Yeah.
I don't see the eggs.
I don't process the eggs.
All right. So you guys have prepared your spells, pick up camp.
Were you going to say something?
Oh, yeah. I was going to try to aside with Felicity real
quick.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. Go ahead.
What's up?
Hey, so in a moment of seriousness, when we get up there, I'm going to need you to trust me. Trust my judgment. If we find this fellow, I'm just going to have to do some things that might not initially appear savory.
Are you gonna do something stupid?
Probably a few stupid things, and then some incredibly violent ones.
That's okay.
I just want to make sure that you're aware going in that if things get weird, they were gonna always get weird, and that but yeah, please just let me do my thing. I promise I won't get too bad, and if it does, you know, you can do what you got to do to make sure that I don't come back. I'm just saying, if I go off the deep end, if I get all like torture possessed, you know, do what you got to do. That's me expressing an understanding.
Okay.
Yeah, do what you got to do, but also trust that I'm trying my best.
Sure. I mean, just in the interest of honesty, I don't think that any of what you said is out of the norm for our group.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think I can do that.
Sweet.
I will trust you.
Yeah, just a passive. I just wanted that passive understanding. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you think I could put the flag back up?
Honestly,
do you want to go in like swords blazing, or
I think
like you want to be chill?
a moment of subterfuge, because we don't even know what you're looking for. What we're looking for. The reality of the situation is, I don't think this entity is going to understand the flag either way. So if we want the flag up, let's fly that dang old flag.
Is this like, are we going after another like your weird cat friend, or is this like an actual person?
I think it's just a normal dude. It's like a normal evil political man. I don't know how magical he may be. He wasn't magical when we last met, but yeah, no, it's messed up.
So boring.
But yeah, the evisceration should be fairly simple.
I do like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, but yeah, let's fly the flag. Screw it. There's no reason we don't need to. We took it down to be sneaky, but also, like, what are we sneaking from other than all the horrible creatures that exist in this forest?
There do seem to be a lot of those, but
Should we 50-50?
no, I'm gonna go put the flag up.
Okay, respect.
All right.
Put the flag back up.
You raise the Hello Kitty, and it's comically large, but it doesn't trail on the ground. You're more respectful than that.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm gonna let my flag get dirty. I'm a real patriot.
Gross.
All right. The Hello Kitty is raised, and everything is packed up, and you're ready to go.
Yeah.
And you continue to head westward.
Mm-hmm.
So, Felicity, you have your map, and you had the pinpoints of light that you had seen when you had flown upwards. Are you headed towards one of those pinpoints of light, the one that was to the west?
Yeah, because although Ruth said she saw some moving, but she clarified that they weren't. She doesn't think they were in relation.
Yeah, they didn't look like the monster that you had fought before, that one that blinded you all.
Okay. Yeah, because we got some direction, right? That's likely where her dude was probably hanging out.
It's a thing that's in the west. Yeah, there's the encampment.
Likely where the ruins were, either to the north or to the west, is where you saw 2 points of light that were within spot. And that the only reason that you saw them is because you flew above with that mythic flight that Ullman cast upon you.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, then I think we should keep heading west.
Okay.
Yes.
So you head westward. Make perception checks as you're continuing on your way.
Perception, eh?
Sorry, I was fixing my prepared spells to add 1. 16.
I got a 15.
Okay. You both notice that the forest is getting a lot denser as you're headed west, and you can make a society check or a nature check, whichever one you prefer.
Ooh. I guess I'll try nature.
Oh, I did.
Those are bad.
Society.
Oh, well, I got a 21. I got a 19 on the dice, 21 nature.
I got an 11 society.
Okay. So, shockingly, Felicity, you know this best. This is most likely where the Elven Kingdom that was destroyed would be in this Elven forest. And you see in the distance with that some ruins that are starting to appear. Whether or not this is the Cordovan monarchy or the Elven monarch or the Elven kingdom, you aren't close enough to see, but you do start to see what appears to be some brickwork. And underneath some ash, you're starting to see a path that is embedded and seems to be heading westward. So you're about to enter a roadway.
Elves.
Elves?
Elves.
Oh, okay, elves. Elves?
Mhm.
We all take a moment, just like tap everybody. Elves?
Elves.
Elves?
Elves.
Elves?
Yeah.
Elves?
Ruins. Elves.
Elves?
Elves. Everyone's like, elves,
Ruth.
elves.
Ruth. Elves?
I mean, not like currently, but used to be.
You used to elves?
Elves.
Elves.
Mhm.
Ruth is like,
Okay.
elves?
Mhm.
And remind me, we're looking for the lost Cordovan capital, is like what we think Overn is looking for.
Overn is
Or
looking
some-
for the remnants of the Cordovan monarchy. So he's likely in
Okay,
these
yeah.
ruins looking for something, whatever it may be.
Okay. Yeah, but they're not necessarily elves. So this is like a tangent. This could be tangential. It could be a part of it.
Yep. But what you're looking for are ruins because that's where Overn is at, is in some set of ruins.
Okay, sweet. So I keep an eye out on the ruins that we're approaching.
Okay.
Just like I'm looking for stuff.
As you have found these roadways, you're finding that there is no overgrowth here because when whatever happened to spot that causes cataclysm, nothing grew to overgrow. It's just ash. So anything that's wrong with this roadway is just whatever was destroyed in whatever cataclysm hit here. So as you continue to advance westward, you're starting to see some blown out buildings, what appears to be potentially farmhouses or other outbuildings. What you're seeing is what is more like the outskirt area of buildings. You're seeing that there is some tracks that are through this ashen overlayer on the road because, as you recall, nothing disappears, so you can see evidence of tracks. Some of them go off into these other outbuildings and come back. You are welcome to stop and look at these buildings if you wish to do so.
Is there a way, like, Felicity's feeling really confident after her unnaturally wonderful nature roll. Can I try and see how long these tracks have been here? Can I make a roll and see if I can suss out? I know it's hard because like nothing ever changes.
Yeah, you can certainly try. I know that you, the character, know that it's almost impossible. Felicity probably doesn't. So go ahead.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't assist. I tried.
Right. I got a 9.
Could have been hours.
Okay. I kind of kneel down and I like, I kind of sniff them, stick my paw in the tracks and kind of lick it.
Okay, it tastes like ash, but it permeates your tongue.
Recent.
I'm gonna make a intelligence roll.
Okay.
What kind of a skill roll or just base intelligence to like understand that the information coming to me is blatantly false?
I mean, should this be like a?
You can do a
like, should I
perception
roll
check.
against you?
You can do a sense.
You can do a sense motive versus.
Yeah, you can do a sense motive. Well, actually, make it.
Survival, nature, stealth.
Make it survival.
Craft.
That's probably better.
I rolled a nat 20. I confirmed on an 11, so that'd be a 13 on the confirmation.
There's no way in hell Felicity could know that by taste. And
so
knowing.
The ash... so the ash tasted fresh.
Very fresh. Hours old.
Hours. This ash is hour. This ash. How
No,
many
these
hours?
tracks.
How
like-
many hours?
She takes another lick. 3.
Awesome. Let's follow these tracks as they go, and I'm gonna assume that they're indistinguishable from like any of the other main tracks going down the road.
These set of tracks
say,
actually
"Thank
go
you."
into the farmhouse off to the right.
Okay, well, let's go take a peek in the farmhouse then, real quick. Should we scout?
Absolutely. I'll go first.
Okay, why don't you go by yourself?
Oh, okay.
No, Molly will fall behind. It's not. She's not gonna let you go alone.
Okay, so
I
as
do
you
like the like super stealthy. I'm like weaving my feet carefully not to like disturb the tracks. I'm like
Yeah.
following them very carefully.
I'm
okay,
just
why don't
trudging
you make
straight
a
up behind.
stealth check?
Me?
Yeah.
Self? 18 on the die plus 3, so 22.
I had a 21 fall.
21, sorry.
Oh, we both had 21?
21
club.
Okay. Felicity, somehow you're noticing that as you step, it might be something to do with the way you're stepping. You're not breaking the ash and falling through, which you've done before. Like your weight is not enough to actually break it. And Molly, you're doing the same thing.
Oh my god, did you lose weight?
Sorry. You know, I feel thinner, like spiritually, but
I'm spiritually thinner. I feel like that's a bad thing.
It's all
you know,
that
nothing
soup.
against Ruth's cooking, but all
Yeah.
we've been eating is soup
It's
for like
just
2 months.
right through.
And I just it's like a faucet down
Vegetables
there,
and-
you know.
Yeah. My water weight is gone.
Okay. Dude, so like the ash is like thicker here.
No, it's
Like,
just the way you're stealthing. You're distributing your weight differently.
Oh, yes. I'm so stealthy. I reach and I kind of put, because you said it's a farmhouse.
Yeah. So, the door is closed. It is
Okay,
kind of
okay.
ruined and the roof is sagging a little bit. What parts of
Am
it
I
there
able
still
to push
are.
it?
The
open?
door appears to have a lock on it, or was locked, but you feel like if you push the door hard enough, you could just collapse it in on itself.
What if I kicked it?
Yeah, make an attack roll against it.
Okay. What do I do for an unarmed?
Just roll. Just add your base attack and your strength.
Okay. So that's a 19 plus. That's a 22.
The door collapses into just a pile of ash.
So, the stealthy approach?
I ignore Molly.
You see a
And I
bunch of
walk in.
eyes staring out of the farmhouse at you.
Who goes there? I draw my sword.
You fucked up their door.
It wasn't a very good door to begin with, so, you know.
You hear a bunch of whispers.
I hear you. Come out. We won't
Are they common?
hurt you.
Make a perception check.
13.
It's not uncommon, but you can't identify. It's almost like it's just beneath the audible level.
Okay. I remember all my languages. Oh yeah. So it's not common, gnomish, sylvan, goblin, undercommon, catfolk, gripply, or celestial.
Correct.
God, why don't you know enough languages?
I don't know. It's almost like I learned them just to communicate
Felicity,
with our
what
party
you
members
see-
and get your shit back.
Is that the eyes start to come closer as you told them to come out.
Okay. I step back out of the door so I can like get what little light. Keep coming. Come all the way out.
What you see is a wall of eyes and gray flesh. One solid piece with a bunch of little mouths.
Gross.
Want to just leave?
That's gross. What?
And one hand that reaches out towards you.
Oh no, I don't want to. No, I'm good. Thank you.
You want to just leave?
Yeah.
Or do you attack it? We're either going to attack it or we're going to leave.
It's not attacking me.
It just
Then we can
reaches its
leave.
hand out almost as like just trying
Do you-
to pleading,
Do you want something?
and then make a perception check as it
Okay.
speaks again.
Bad. 11.
And then it goes through a litany of languages. Molly, make a perception check as well.
8.
Do you speak Undercommon?
I do.
Okay, you hear help.
I'm sorry, I don't.
I'm gonna keep pulling you back. We're just gonna take a step back so it's not gaining any ground on us. Is the goal. Keeping it like at an even distance, even if that means stepping through the door. And I'm gonna ask in Undercommon, help with what?
It just says, help me. And another hand comes out, pleading.
What does it want?
We're either gonna have to feed it or kill it.
Oh.
I think that's my gut. That's what my gut tells me.
Does it like soup?
Can I? Is there any check to like understand what this is? Is this like an ooze? Is this like a necromantic thing?
Is Ullman with us?
Ullman is back at the
we went
cart.
off on our own.
Oh.
Remember, because you needed to investigate the farmhouse because those tracks were 3 hours old and we had to go.
It's so true, because they were recent. Obviously, something is hiding in here. And now it's this, like, block of gray flesh
Okay,
with too many
I'm
eyes.
asking, like, would that be like a spellcraft check? What kind of check to like understand this creature? Would it be nature? Just figure out what I'm talking to.
If you're
you've, like,
checking to
heard
see if
about
it's
it before.
magical, which is I think what you're kind of looking at, I think spellcraft is accurate.
Okay, but a nature check isn't gonna like tell me what it is to get like a more accurate picture beyond just whether or not it's magical.
I think spellcraft is probably your most accurate. Nature could give you something, but start with spellcraft.
Okay, well, I rolled another natural 20. I got my pumpkin and my ghost and my bat up. And I confirm that with a
You?
16.
Oh.
It's
Jesus.
definitely magical in nature. It
Mhm.
appears that whatever happened this whatever hit the cataclysm appears to have affected this creature. It appears to be some sort of almost ooze. The best that you can tell is that it is intelligent, and what it is almost like the sentience and creatures that were in this space congealed into one creature.
Okay, does it seem like cursed? Could I tell that on a crit?
You don't know. You're not sure if it's a curse. It seems that whatever happened to Spot affected this creature, and no one really knows exactly what happened here.
Okay.
So potentially a curse, but it seems the same nature of this blight is what affected this creature.
Okay, as we're backing away a little bit, I'm just going to convey that to Felicity. Be like, should we try to get Tectune to decurse it, or should we put it out of its misery? Because, like, one way it burns a spell slot and might not do anything. But also, I don't know if we feel... How do you want to help?
It just reaches
Or do
out
we
its
just
hand
leave?
further towards you, Felicity. It holds it. It reaches out further, and it holds it about an inch from your hand, but does not touch you.
I put a little piece of fish jerky in it.
Don't feed it, don't feed it.
Its hand closes on it. And then
It's really good. I dried it myself.
And you watch as it puts it into one of the mouths. And it puts out the other hand. It says, love.
Love.
Doing. Did it like the jerky?
It's
break it?
asking for love. Let me see what kind of love we have available.
I have none available. I'm sorry.
I knew that. I
I'm
have
fresh out.
Oh,
What?
oh. It wants love, right? Many, many years ago, I had a conversation with a big ol' half-orc in a bar, and I took a picture from that half-orc, and I take out of my pocket a portrait of a slutty elf, and I place it in the thing's hand.
Dang, how long have you had that?
Love in Undercommon.
It
I
takes
have
the
a lot.
picture, and you watch as it consumes it, and the creature's body shifts, and you see it form into that slutty elf, but it has all of
Whoa.
the eyes in the wrong places. It's almost like it just shifted into that form.
Wow, that's almost hot.
And it has joints in the wrong places, and it nods its head, but the neck like goes too far, and then it walks and the legs move in the wrong place. And you watch as it goes to the door, and it picks up the door handle as if to shut the door, but there's no door, and it drops it and goes back into the house.
Okay, bye.
Thank you.
I ask in Undercommon, can we take,
Take what?
in case there's something in the home?
It kind of scuttles over. What do you want?
I'm going to make a perception check to see if there's anything of value in the home. 7.
It offers its hand to you. Do you want to come with me?
No.
I have something for you.
I'm busy. I got stuff going on.
No.
But you have the love.
What is it doing?
I don't need you. It's for you.
What is it?
Gift.
If it's trying to pay you, you should fucking take it.
Okay, it's offering me a gift.
Oh, go. I'll be right here the whole time.
Okay, trying to communicate with her her inner voice, her like gut, which Molly's not always good at communicating with, like just to like get an idea of like safety versus like curiosity. I rolled a 16 wisdom check, which is very high for me. What is her like nervous system telling her about this moment? As a DM, like, can you offer any insight? I know that I'm this character, but like, is this like a universal? Should I be as terrified as I feel I am?
I would say what you just rolled is a sense motive. Is
Okay.
probably what I would say, because I can't give you more than that.
In which case, it was an 18.
Okay.
Because that I rolled a basic wisdom at -2, but that's
So
perception at 0.
this creature doesn't appear to be malicious, but it's hard to tell what its intentions are.
Okay. I just turn to you and just be like,
Oh, yeah, always.
Okay.
Who do you think I am?
sorry, I just assumed. Okay, let's go. And I take its hand.
Okay. It feels... It almost feels ethereal, the way it touches you.
Mhm.
And a little too soft, and it feels like your hand sinks in and it pulls you into the house.
Yeah, I squeeze it at a normal level, but like not enough that it
And you
seems
watch
weird.
it starts to like sweep away rubble, and it starts to move its bed, and you watch as it says, move. And you see that there's a small knot in a piece of wood, and there's like a hidden compartment.
Okay. I interact with it. I try to open it up.
And you see that there's a small ashen-looking key. Careful.
I take the key
Okay, it seems very delicate.
and like I like very gingerly like wrap it in linen, so it's like safe and not being damaged. And I just ask in Undercommon where.
And then it points further west down the road.
Can I ask its name? Name? In Undercommon?
Every mouth puts out a different name.
And I just say, well, thank you, dearly friends. And then I wave it goodbye.
It hugs you with like a bunch of too many arms.
Every fiber in Molly's being is like resist the hug, but she's just gonna like kind of hug it back, not like in a squeeze, but like imitate the action,
Yeah.
while using as little pressure as possible.
And then it kind of jolts back into that unnatural, like jointed body and sits on the end of the bed. And you see it takes an ashen book, and as it sits down to read it and turns the page, each page falls away. It seems like it's imitating life.
What'd you get? Did you get gold? Jewels?
We'll talk about it in the cart.
Information?
We'll talk about it in the cart. In the cart. Go. Bye. Okay. I pick up. I imitate what it did with the door. I pick up the door handle. I like.
Oh, do you want me to like?
Legit, like I'm closing the door.
That back?
No, it's a pile of ash.
Oh.
So it's just the handle. So I put it and like I act like I'm like. I make the door squeak. I can't make. I'm not a Foley artist. Hot take. I close it. I make like a door creak noise, and then I like latch it, and I just sort of drop it in the ash, and I just sort of back away as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Well,
We have a key to something in the west. Yes, I know.
Oh.
I know you'd be upset if I said something in there, and then you defend it, and then we'd have to fight my new friends. Oh.
it did seem to really like you.
Yeah, it loved me.
Oh, gosh.
It's really upsetting, yes.
It did kind of turn into a slutty elf, though, so that's
Yeah.
something. Somebody somewhere would be really thrilled with that, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'll let people know that they can come meet a slutty elf vestige of several bits of humanity here in this shack, in this hellscape.
Beggars can't be choosers, Molly.
Beggars can't be choosers. Beggars cannot be choosers. Okay, I'm gonna get on the cart and I'm just gonna like try to process the absurdity of that experience as we keep going forward.
All right. You are processing the absurdity. It is still very absurd, but you are continuing west. Ullman's looking
for
at you.
Locked doors.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
You know, Ullman, everything's really bad for everyone. And I used to feel kind of like targeted by that, and like my revenge was like this personal thing. But I'm beginning to feel like maybe everyone deserves revenge.
As in,
Maybe the universe needs to pay for the way it's treated people.
so everyone deserves vengeance.
I think that fate. I don't know. It's an odd concept to be grappling with.
As in, you're loathing the world.
I don't know about loathing the world, but loathing fate. I think the world deserves vengeance for what time and the actions of a few have brought it. It's just starting to feel less personal, I guess, but not in a letting go sort of sense. Oldman, it's a strange thing to be grappling with.
There are many villains have had their start with that beginning of thought.
I also really don't like that that's how you started your bit of this conversation.
I'm not saying that it's wrong.
What are you saying then?
I'm just saying that it's a perspective. Some
Alright.
people would see that as a villainous way of thought, but you could be considered a zealot. Depends on what your perspective is.
Oh, so I'm a villain or a zealot, Olden. I get one or the two. I get one of the two. I mean, you've been around a long time. I shouldn't be judging you so much. You've seen a lot more than I have.
You just are very angry. Granted, you follow
Yeah.
a god of torture, so naturally you would be.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot to unpack everywhere, Ullman. Can I ask you something? Do you ever get swept up in worship of any kind? You ever, like, meet a god that offered you unlimited power? You ever have to do anything like that?
I made my own power. That's why I became a wizard.
Yeah.
Now,
I just
that's
wanted
not
to know if you'd
necessarily
understand.
better, because then I'm responsible for everything I do. Granted,
Are you implying that I'm not responsible for everything I do?
I'm saying that you're beholden to someone for everything that you do as well.
I don't like that either. You know, you got a lot of wisdom, Ullman. And, I don't know if I need it right now. And I walk away.
Well, you won't have it for much longer, so decide if you
I
want it.
know, Ullman, I know. I'm trying to learn, and all you're doing is dropping these huge bombs on me. And I know that's my job. I drop the bombs.
Ullman touches your shoulder and says, at some point, you're going to make a decision, and you're going to not be able to turn back from it. And it's probably going to happen sooner than you think.
Ullman, my dear, I worry I already did.
Maybe that's the problem.
Yeah, maybe that is the problem.
And then he looks over at Felicity. Now she's made a bunch of decisions she can't come back from, but she doesn't look back.
No.
Be that better or
different-
worse.
Yeah.
It's better that way.
I'm gonna be honest, I think she figured it out. I think she figured out in 30 years what I haven't figured out in 135. You're 30, right?
I'm gonna try harder. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta try harder. That's my problem. You know what? I gotta try harder.
Or maybe I take that back. Maybe you're trying too hard. Maybe you just gotta,
So
let
it's
stuff
one of
roll
the
off
two.
you.
It's
Either
I'm doing too much or I'm doing too
a
little.
philanthropist.
And it's a 50-50 shot of whether I just make the problem worse or improve it. I love those odds.
I think you're agonizing about everything that's in your control, and then agonizing
That.
about things that are out of your control, and all you're doing is agony, and then
Mhm.
wondering why you're miserable.
So what you're saying is I need to repeat the Serenity Prayer.
I think you need to live the Serenity Prayer.
Novulu, give me the strength to change the things that I can change and the wisdom to accept the things that I can't.
Wisdom.
Is that what you're saying?
Potentially.
Should I paint that in cursive on one of my many kitchen walls?
Oh, you could get a tattoo.
Tech-tune.
That'd be great. Just
Tech-tune. I know
right
you got
across your
scars.
forehead.
You got tattoo needle?
I can give you a tattoo.
Sick. I lie down, I pull my shirt up, and get a lower back tattoo of the Serenity Prayer, but instead of God, it's Novulu.
All right, you got your tramp stamp.
Make sure it hurts. Novulu wants it that way.
Give me your torture implement.
Oh my god.
So does it come out of my hand or is it part of my hand?
It can come out of your hand.
Okay, I just recreate instead of a tat. Well, no, because a burn would be bad. I just a needle, but it's a little barbed.
Do you actually want a tattoo? Do you want?
I'm gonna take it. I feel like Molly. When else do you get a tattoo? When you're feeling confused about your identity in your life. I feel like this.
Are you tattooing yourself? You can tattoo your own leg.
No, Tech-tune's doing it on my lower back because he has better handwriting.
Can I help?
Yeah.
Can I help?
Yeah, you can hold me down.
No, I want to do the thing. I want to do the thing.
No.
What do you want?
Tech-tune has better handwriting. Okay, make a craft check. And if your handwriting is good enough, I will let you do it.
Great handwriting. I wrote this map. Sorry, I wrote this map.
No raggarts.
I want an opposed craft check between Tech-tune and Felicity to see who gets to do this.
Okay. Don't forget you can use story points.
Oh,
You have
that would be a
two.
great use of my story.
I'll run into the bathroom real quick.
Craft. I do
24.
have +5 to craft.
So does Tectune.
Huh?
So does Tectune. I got 24
Then
without story points because Tectune doesn't have any. So if you want to use story points, you can.
Yeah. So you doing it before my roll, I can add a d6, right?
Yep, and you can use as many as you want. That's as many d6s as you get to add. So if you have 5, you can add 5d6 to your roll.
I'm gonna use both my. I only have 2. I'm gonna use both my story points.
Okay.
Oh, I critted.
Did you? Roll to confirm.
Oh my god. Do I roll the d6?
I will let you carry it over. Yeah, since you critted.
Okay, I'll just leave them. I won't. I got a 2 and a 5. Do you want me to re-roll them?
Sure. Go ahead and re-roll them on.
Did you crit or crit?
I did. I critted. I got another crit.
Roll to confirm again.
That's fucking unhinged. You have to confirm one more time, apparently.
God.
If
7 plus 4 is 11 plus 5 is 16.
16 and 2 crits.
This is
I hand you the needle.
This is an astounding level of work. Like, it's almost effortless the way that Felicity does it.
No, what did you want? What did you want again?
I hand you the needle and like the prayer.
What does the prayer say?
Nivulu, give me the strength to change. What is the Serenity prayer? What's the whole Serenity prayer? I love
that you, if you give it to her wrong, give me ability to change the things I can't.
God, give me the Nivulu, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
So
just all up the lower back.
She writes that, but she like flips. So it's gonna grant me the serenity to accept the things I can change, and the courage to change the things I cannot, and the wisdom to know the difference.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's beautiful.
Okay. And it hurts a lot, I'm assuming?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a torture implement.
Needle. Yeah,
it's not meant to be painless.
Barbed needle.
But this tattoo will never fade as part of your torture implement.
Never.
Does it give me any magical powers?
Because
Because it was double critted. It was double critted.
You'll find out what it does later.
Hell yeah.
But Felicity, you make a beautiful tattoo.
See, I made you a beautiful bow, and you made me a beautiful tattoo.
See, you just gotta be confident.
I just gotta be confident and trust that you will waste.
Tectune notices that you flip the words, but doesn't say anything.
Yeah, he fucking would know.
Oh yeah, because you can't. We don't have a mirror or anything.
No,
so
and
you don't actually know what it looks like.
I'm gonna like pose like.
Do you actually put Navulu?
Like...
Do you write Navulu, or do you change that too?
I'll put Navulu, but
you cannot. You cannot change that. It's gonna really fuck with.
No. I put Navulu, but I don't. I am not a religious. Yeah, I don't know how to spell Navulu. I do like Novuloo.
Actually, it self-corrects when you do that.
Whoa!
Oh my god! Oh, I got spell check.
Thank Navulu. Yeah,
I got spell check back there. Don't worry about it. See that red underline? It'll fix, and the underline will go away.
Okay.
I'm just saying, I did great work.
I can't see it.
Felicity, I need you to roll a percentile die for me.
Sure thing.
What nightmarish magical tattoo have you wrought on me?
So 6.
A 6?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Molly, I need you to make a fortitude save.
Like crit fail.
Okay.
And I roll a, hold up. I roll a 14 to confirm.
Okay. So,
To get infected.
Felicity,
Yeah.
4, 6, or 8?
6.
Okay. And now, choose 2 numbers, 1, 2, or 3.
1 and 3.
Okay. You got lucky. Molly, you take 2 points of strength damage and 1 point of con damage.
Thank you for that.
And this
Really
lasts for a week.
appreciate it.
Why are you looking so sick? It's just a tattoo.
The fuck did
Don't
you
be
do
a
to me?
baby. God, it looks gorgeous.
It's infected. It's inflamed. I can feel it.
It
You
is
can't
not
even- it
infected.
does
You
not look
touch it and
inflamed.
it's sealed already.
What the fuck is going on?
I did a great job. Tactoon can vouch for me. I think you're just messed up.
Thank you for not neutering my dexterity, by the way. That's out of character.
You're so welcome.
What was going to
guess what
happen?
my
So
strength
basically,
score
when
is.
you rolled, it was going to be, if it was a D4, it was going to affect all 3 of the physical. If it was a D8, it was going to affect 1 of them.
Sorry.
And then I rolled a 2 and a 1, so on a D6.
Okay.
I just think you should toughen up a little bit, honestly. It's just a tattoo.
No, I just sorry.
Oh, sorry.
I lose.
Does it matter that it's your torture implements? Have you ever
Does it
used them on
matter?
yourself?
No, I haven't. And you know what? I'm gonna stop doing that because this sucks. I'm gonna do it to other people more though.
Oh. Watch out, everybody.
Tech2's going to lean in and say
and suddenly
to
she's
you,
bad.
Felicity, I'm a little jealous that you got to do it, but you did a good job.
Thank you. I mean, obviously I was the right cat for the
Tectune,
job.
do you want to do the border?
Border?
And then Tech2 actually says, I don't think it needs a border. I think if you
No,
do that, it will make
Perfect
the tattoo
the
worse.
way it is.
I physically cannot see it. I don't know. Nobody's offered me a mirror. No one's even described it other than saying Felicity's incredible
It's
handiwork.
Beautiful.
Okay.
You chose
Tectune, will
you
you...
chose to get the tattoo on your lower back. You're not going to see it.
I know. It's a gift to the universe. It's a message to the gods. And by that, I mean one specific god. Okay. Let's drive.
So now
Let's
you got
go.
to tramp stamp your headed west.
I feel incredibly ill. I effectively have 4 strength.
That's enough.
Is it? Is it?
All right, so you head west. You see more ruins as you go, with more tracks. Felicity, I don't know if you feel so inclined as to test their age, but you can if you want.
Obviously, I am a tracker and a ranger now.
Oh,
I don't know if you guys knew this.
I also had a question for Ullman after this.
Sure. Okay.
Oh, you can do
But
it.
as a part of these areas, I wanted to see if he had locate object.
Let me see.
I just want to see if I want to make sure we're not missing the whatever this key goes to as we pass by. See if he can offer.
I don't know. Attempting to find a certain item requires a specific and accurate mental image. I think you would need to know what the lock is.
Okay. I didn't know if that would like. I guess we can just trust that
He can try and find something, but he would have to find something that tries to match what the key looks like, and it depends on if there's which would be general objects. So which would find the nearest of its kind if there's more than one in range, which is 400 feet plus 40 feet per level.
Oh no, he'd have to
it's not very
keep
far.
casting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's not even worry about that.
But it
I'll
would
let you
last
do the
for 1
tracker.
minute per level.
Yeah. Molly's in the back in a blanket, just shaking.
Okay,
Are you
so
gonna do this like all day?
so
I
our
don't
expert
feel good.
ranger, would you like to taste
Yes.
test? Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
The tastes are getting a little bit like bigger because she's doing them like every 50 feet.
Okay. Probably because it's a little foul. You're tasting ash.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mouth is really dry.
Yeah, it's.
Good thing we got all that soup.
My sandpaper.
Don't
cat
forget you
tongue
have your
is just,
trough
like,
full of
covered.
ice that you've been hauling behind the cart.
Oh, I can just lick that.
Yeah.
In between.
Yeah,
My palate
I'm just
cleanser.
making ice in a trough.
Okay, what do you? Is it nature or survival or?
I think we made it survival. It's or Nate. I don't remember which one we did. Survival works.
It's all bad. It's all bad. We're not forest people.
Oh, I got a modified 20.
Okay, it's still not gonna do well. You can't.
These are a little bit older, I think.
Okay.
You know, they've got like an aged quality to them.
Okay, do you want to follow them or should we just keep going? Expert ranger, what is your advice?
You know, I think we're on the right track. I think we should just keep going west.
Okay, we keep going west.
I'll keep making sure that these are, you know, right
Mhm.
and good and in the, you know, right direction and all of that, and that they're not like too fresh. So if they're fresh, then like we gotta keep peel.
Yeah.
So
Do you want to just roll and or tell me when you're suddenly gonna find one that's fresh?
I'll do another roll.
Okay.
Well, it's an 18. Oh, I rolled an 8. How about that?
Okay, so at 150 feet later, there's another. This one's a large building. It's probably a tavern-looking building. You're guessing based off of the size of the building and the casks that are kind of attached to the outside.
Yeah. Over here. We're in this one.
Molly like slowly climbs out of the car, just like wrapped in a blanket. Wait, here. Let's role play.
Wow, beautiful.
You have Ruth's
You look great.
shawl.
What?
This is fresh tracks right here. You want to go give people a knock? Go check
Do I
it out.
look okay?
Yeah, you look fine. I don't know. You always kind of look ill, so I don't
Fucking fine. Fine. Okay, fine.
You don't get a lot of sun. What?
I step out of the cart, and I do also like maybe on the cart. I want to have I just want to take a look at this, maybe with like Ruth's help or somebody. Look at the key that we found and see if there's like any like identifying information on it. You said it's a delicate key, but is it like monogrammed? Does it look like?
Yeah.
I rolled a 5. But like maybe somebody helped me. Maybe somebody did it better.
Tectune, Ruth, Ullman, and Han all help you.
Thank you, guys.
Wow.
Han got a nat 20. So
okay, Han, what tell me about this key, Han.
He's like, hold it up. That's Tectune's voice. Hold it up closer. I want to take a look.
Okay, I like almost poke him in the eye with it, but don't quite do it.
Just like tip forward.
Yeah.
Just not even like showing him the side.
He blows very gently. How, you don't know, but he does.
Mm-hmm. He's got a blowgun.
That's a good point. So I guess somehow he has lungs. So he manages to blow off part of this. And it says LBSMT.
LBSMT. Does anyone have any idea what that might be?
LBSMT.
Yeah. And so I'm just gonna keep an eye out for those, for that or not that acronym. Is it an acronym? What's an acronym?
We don't know. We don't know. what it is.
LBSMT. Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna I'm gonna be keeping an eye out as we go for the acronym anywhere. So I don't know if how you want to treat that. If it's like a make me roll.
Oh, I'm
or
sorry.
whatever.
LBSMNT. I forgot the N.
That makes a big difference.
It
Colton.
does.
Now I
It
know
really
exactly.
does.
June.
Yes, I'll go
Okay.
first. Okay, I go first.
All right. And before we head in there, we're going to take a brief break.
No. No. Time someone needs to get tattooed, I have the story point.
Hello, everyone. We're back. All right. So you are outside what you assume to be the tavern. Molly, you are in your blanket, shaking, concerned for your health
Very.
for the next week.
Ill.
Is there any like I can't remember if you said if there's any signage or like what this place is called or
Make a perception check to see if you can find any signage.
8.
What you see is a sign, but it is charred beyond recognition.
Okay. I kind of like blow on it and it just disintegrates.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
If there had been any wind in this place, you can assume that that would have probably happened too.
Okay. Well.
Whip.
I push on what I assume is the front door.
Yep, and it
I don't
collapses.
get in this time.
Yeah.
Just shreds. Okay.
And then you also
Walk in.
watch as the stones crack as the door collapses underneath it.
Oh.
But they don't fall out of place.
Okay. Wait, just watch your head.
I don't love this.
Fine. It's been here. These are old ruins. It's been here forever. It's not going to suddenly just crumble, right?
Right, because it hasn't happened yet to anything.
No.
Okay. I'll walk in and immediately make like a scan of the room perception check
All right.
for a 3.
I will also do that for an 11.
Okay. The room is very dark. There's not a lot of light coming in anywhere. Everything in here, even on the inside, is very ashy and very, very covered in that same type of feeling. It appears that whatever happened in this area was not stopped by whatever building stone, whatever was in this area. You see that there are bodies and there are cups and mugs and plates and food that was on there is all desiccated, emaciated, fouled, and turned to ash. So whatever happened quickly. There are a few people that appeared in the process of running, but not everyone appeared to be in that same process. A lot of people seem to be in the process of carrying trays. So life appeared to be carrying on as normal until the blight or cataclysm hit.
Can I tell, like, any distinguishing features about the people, like what race they are, or?
Yeah. With that perception check, I'll let you make another one since you're looking at the body specifically.
18.
As you're looking around, you think that these are elven.
Oh.
Primarily elven.
Okay. And so I'm sorry. Elves built this place, but then the Cordovan Empire like took it over.
So the
ruins that we're looking for were inhabited.
So there is a theory that the Cordova monarchy existed in this area and that the elves took it over afterwards.
I had it backwards.
There is no guarantee that the Cordova monarchy existed here. But the elves laid claim to this area.
Okay.
There are some human gnomes, halflings. There's a remarkable number of gnomes in this area too, which is a little unusual.
Hey, it's your people.
Oh, you mean these like emaciated husks that have been here for hundreds of years?
I mean, they weren't always like that.
Yeah.
What? All right. Who put you in such a bad mood?
I'm sick. I don't feel good.
Molly flu.
No. Got bitches.
Bitches disease. It's fairly contagious.
I'm just gonna start rifling through people's pockets.
Okay.
Ooh, are there any pockets left to rifle through?
As you start going through clothes, everything seems to fall apart.
Okay. Is anything like clatter on the ground worth taking?
You see coins, or what was coins, but again, they're kind of that ashy consistency. There's nothing that has the components or past attributes that it would have before. It appears that whatever blighted this area blighted the materials within it, at least on these surface levels. If anything potentially survived, you may want to go lower.
Okay, so then I start digging into the bodies. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna look around for like registers and safes and things. And
you said lower. Can I maybe snoop back in the kitchen? Is there like a cellar?
Yeah. So we'll do Molly first, looking for a safe, and then yes, you can absolutely go searching for a cellar. Molly, you do find a safe in the back office. As you start to try and deal with the knob, it falls apart in your hand. It appears that this safe up here was damaged. You do find what were remnants of gold bars.
Oh, okay. But everything inside of it, even though it was in a safe,
correct,
was still affected. Okay, yeah.
It appears that whatever metal this was made of didn't survive.
Okay, yeah. Sweet. So
the fact that the key that was given to you did survive is odd, considering everything
Mhm.
else that you've found in here. And
That was kind of my thought.
it does hold together. It is still ashy, but it's not fallen apart like these others.
Okay.
Felicity, you start going down into the kitchen, and you do find a cellar. As you go down there, you do find that it is kind of in the same condition. It is lower. It appears that everything still is ashy, but you do get a sense that things have rotted down here as opposed to just being ashy. So whatever blighted this area didn't necessarily get as deep as it did before.
Okay. Well, nuts.
Well,
I think
nuts.
they must not have stopped here for very long. Those fresh tracks
Yeah.
that I saw. So I guess we should move on and try and catch up with them.
Yeah, I'm gonna make one last roll as we leave the building for anything that might like catch my eye. I'm gonna take that 19.
Okay.
Just like anything odd that like. Yeah.
As you search the building, you see. That's a good question. You see a discarded bottle in the ash.
Oh.
That is
So, like,
not
ashy.
correct. It is a bottle of lantern oil,
Oh, lantern oil.
but it's empty. It's like it's been used.
Okay. So people have definitely been here
Recently.
at some point. Recently, yeah. So I have like turned to Felicity, the expert tracker. Got
Yes.
with lantern oil, not ashy.
Huh?
Used. Can't keep it. There's nothing in it. But people have been here. So maybe
I
you were
told
right.
you. The tracks never lie.
The tracks never lie.
All right. Well, that's a good title.
Yeah. The tracks never lie, or spiritually thinner.
All right. Those are the two contenders.
Not Molly gets a tramp stamp.
Yeah. Molly gets her groove back. Okay. No. Yeah. I'm gonna go back to the cart.
Okay. You make it back to the cart and you continue on the road in the direction that you're headed.
Yeah.
Okay. Make a perception check as you continue down this road. Are you going to divert at any point if you see a unique building?
I'm just looking for LBS MNT, and I don't. I probably don't see it out of 2.
Yeah, I only got an 8.
Okay. So what you do notice with that is Felicity. As you continue down this road, you see the remnants of an encampment. And this is a recent encampment, as someone that has probably been conducting an expedition and has been set up there and then left this space. So there was a fire.
Okay.
There were spaces, depressions that are likely where tents were, some more bottles of lantern oil. It looks like holes where they dug out outhouses type of things, stuff like that.
Fresh poop.
Fresh poop. Almond. See that?
It's fresh poop.
Fresh poop.
You just
Do the bottles match?
They do
Or
match.
okay.
They have the Ensign Empire seal on them.
Ooh. Oh, Ensign, eh?
We're getting close.
Okay. I'll do a little bit of snooping, but I feel like if they moved on, they probably didn't really leave
Yeah, make a perception check as you're like snooping around here.
anything of value. At a 13.
I also got a 13.
Okay. So you both are able to determine that there's probably 8 people on this expedition based on the different sets of tents, based on them being medium-sized tents holding 2 creatures apiece.
Okay.
Okay.
There is one tent that is a little larger, so maybe 9 if he has his own tent, the Duke.
They probably would, right?
Yeah.
What's that?
Oh, I forgot I got a bonus to sense motive checks from an item. Sorry. I was looking at my disease bombs.
Disease bombs.
We're thinking out loud.
Seriously now, are there tracks that lead away from the camp?
The tracks appear to there's a patrol that kind of goes around, which you are able to follow and look. There is one that appears to head eastwards, deviating from the patrol. It does not come back. That you can tell.
Interesting. It's a set of cart tracks or somebody on foot?
Foot tracks.
Oh. Interesting. Do we follow it or
We gotta follow foot tracks.
okay.
Can we take the cart that way? Is it crazy?
You can. Again, those footprints do not come back.
Should we bring someone with us? Maybe Tectune.
Like you want to like leave the cart here?
Yeah, or take the cart as we explore this foot track. This just seems like going to be in a fight. I don't want just you and I, since last time we got blinded immediately.
I mean, probably not necessarily a fight. Sorry. Our clock.
Oh, you're okay. I couldn't barely hear it.
Oh, good.
It's
okay,
so
it's so loud. Okay, so we have one set of footprints going east. Do we see
The rest of the
large
footprints appear
herd?
to be reconverging back into a cart and headed on that road headed west.
West?
Yes.
I mean, do we want to veer off or do we want to keep trying to catch up to them?
Let's,
Sorry, Nathan, you're really faint.
Sorry,
far
he's far away.
yeah, I'm just thinking. Part of me feels like we need to investigate these tracks that didn't come back, but just in case.
I mean, do we want to? What time is it? Do we know?
Make a nature.
like, what time
Well,
of
based
day?
on the sun, you've done this before. You don't need to make a
Yeah.
check. You can guess it's probably about 2 in the afternoon.
Okay.
But you're noticing an odd phenomena that is happening, or an odd phenomenon. There appears to be another light in the sky that is moving the opposite direction. That's appearing.
Like,
Sun. It looks like a second sun.
and it's like moving quickly or moving as fast as like a
Moving
sun
as
would?
fast as the sun.
Oh, okay.
I rolled a 12 plus. That's a question. Yeah, I rolled a 23 spellcraft check to see if that's like of an arcane source.
It probably is. It's likely involved with this cataclysm, or it could be something to some remnant of the Empire here. You're not sure what magic items might have been damaged, what artifacts could still be trapped here that might be impacting. If there's something time magic related, you could be seeing some artifact of time.
Okay.
When Ullman doesn't know anything about it, can we?
I guess we can check in
Ask
with
him.
Ullman. Just be like, hey, Ullman, why is there a second sun?
He looks up at it. Unfortunately, I don't know. It could be as stupid as a weather phenomena. It could be an artifact that is somewhere here. But all I know is
10,000
as
gold,
long as we
Omen.
can keep track of where the original sun is, which we know where west is, we have a road, then we can keep track of the original sun. As long as we don't get disoriented, we'll be fine. But it doesn't seem to be causing problems, approaching us, or in any way changing what's happening to us.
Mm.
Okay.
Not a satisfying answer, but I don't want to give you a falsehood.
Appreciate it. Should we ignore those tracks then? The spare ones?
I feel like we should. I mean, if you're like, we're on a
Okay.
mission,
Yeah, we can just go
right?
down. Could just be leading to a corpse.
Unless we
Oh,
think we're gonna get
actually,
like
make
information.
a survival check, Felicity.
Good thing it wasn't me.
Yeah.
With advantage. I will give you that.
Oh, thanks. Let's see. First one was a 9. Second one is far better. It's a 21.
This could be the set of tracks that goes to where that one bat-like creature screamed about that one person eating their own spleen. There was an individual that was being chased by a large creature that you fought earlier that was running, and someone screamed and there was a crunch. This could be that person, because there was no other living creature that you had seen, and that could be this person fleeing. It would have been them running for a long time being lost, but that would not be surprising, especially since they didn't return.
So it's probably unrelated to the encampment.
Probably. It could be that they investigated something, got disoriented, and didn't think to follow their own tracks. Or they could have encountered other tracks and just not been able to find their way back.
Yeah. I think we should just go for it.
I respect it.
Just go for the westward tracks and just let that be.
Let's do it. Let's go over the westward tracks. We can just ignore that, though. Yeah.
Okay.
I trust you and your judgment on that, and Colton's advice on the roll. Let's just head west.
My advice, my advice is you get in a roll.
Yeah. It's just information.
Yeah, it's just information. Colton's, yeah.
Okay, as you continue to head west, Felicity, you do your taste test periodically. You lick the ice cube, take sips from the melting in the trough, and you eventually make it over to what appears to be the ruins of a large garrison wall. There is a gate that had a palisade wall and oh my gosh, I'm forgetting it's the name of the gate that has like the lattice.
Like a portcullis?
Thank you, the portcullis. So there is a portcullis, and it appears that someone has already broken through the portcullis, and there is a pair of tracks of a cart that are going through it.
I guess we could just keep going.
There are no other tracks headed this direction besides that one.
I guess we go. I feel like we should try and maybe. Would there be another entrance? I don't know. Probably not.
You could circle the wall, but there are a lot of stumps. There are, if you backtrack, the road does divert, but if you continue to follow the tracks and this road, it does lead to the portcullis and the garrison wall.
Okay. You want to just go in?
You can make a perception check if you want to try and see what's beyond there. You do have your spyglass.
I do, and there's no sun to blind me.
Yeah, there's 2 suns actually. There's double the sun.
Oh, but they're like covered in
haze and
ashy mist.
True.
Okay. What do I add something?
You add a +2, I think, is what we.
+2. Okay. So it's a +7, so that's 21.
What you see in the distance, what you would assume to be the ruins of some sort of castle.
Oh. So this could be what we're looking for. Shit. You
So let's go.
want to do it?
Just keep going. Yeah.
Just go in.
And
Going
what you see
blind?
outside of it is an encampment with no one in it. You see
Good.
the remnants of a smoking fire.
Okay, so recent.
Okay.
Let's go on in.
What if? No, let's just go.
No,
Let's go.
no, what do you?
I was gonna say, what if we hide the wagon and then hide in the?
You think they're gonna come back?
They might. I guess we can get the jump on them in the castle too. But I have to deliver this letter.
I mean, if they're even still here, or if they've moved like on.
Yeah.
The tents are still there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. That was why, like, if we hide in the tent, then everybody gets.
Sorry, Nathan, I can't quite hear you.
Sorry, if we hide in the tents, then everybody gets like a specific little ambush moment, or yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay. Do we want to try to hide the cart then and like go in sneakily on foot?
Yeah, so this is like a like castle complex.
Yeah. Would
what?
you like me to draw a map for you?
That would be
Yes,
wonderful. Let's try.
please.
I'm gonna get soup while you're doing that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I-
So
it
while
might
I
be-
draw a map, we're actually going to go on another brief intermission. Hello, everyone. We are back now that I have finished everything I need to do. Okay. So, you are currently in the castle ruins. There are stairs that lead up into these battlement areas if you wish to do so.
Okay.
This place is not accessible. These are different rocks. This is all rough terrain. stairs that lead up into this large kind of doorway area that does have an ajar door.
Mm.
This is are the different tents, and the fire is not burning. And then there is a table area that seems to have kind of plans, maps, and information that they've collected on their expedition.
Oh, okay. Are those battlements accessible?
The ones up here?
The corners? Yeah.
Yes, you can get up there. It does appear that it is a bit of a slow process to do that.
Hmm.
It's not
I feel like-
because again it is damaged by whatever affected this place. But yes,
Right.
Maybe can we get Ruth up on one of those? Maybe just as like a sniper.
sure. Which one do you want
Keep her
Ruth to go
safe.
to?
Maybe the one to the left.
Yeah, like that.
This one or this one?
Oh,
Give
opposite
me-
corner from the first one you pointed
That one?
to. That one, yeah. Or is that a bad idea? Sorry,
They're
do
gonna-
the first one.
Yeah, they're gonna come out the door, so do that first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Do you want to look at the plans?
Yeah, let's go through those plans and see like if we can glean anything.
You guys all kind of cluster together for now. Make a perception check too, just to see if you hear anything going on through that door. Because again,
Got
you
a
are in this
17.
area. Everything
Oh.
is
Yeah.
muffled to some degree.
Okay.
Yeah, 15 on for me.
Okay, and what did you get, Felicity?
17.
Okay. You do not hear anything going on, and you do not see any light at all through that door as well.
Okay. I'm gonna also ask Ruth that if she sees something to like fire an arrow down next to us.
Okay.
In case we can't hear it and she can.
Okay.
But she's got good ears and shit.
All right.
Okay.
So you head over
Yeah.
to that table, which it again is very dark. So Ullman produces light. You have dancing lights that kind of float around the table, and you see what is a map of Spot, and you can kind of see where they've been going around looking for things, and you can see that there's a lot of X's where things are not. That has led up to this area, and there's a big circle over it. And there is a note that says key ?
Ooh.
And then it says found one searching for others.
Okay.
Where is that spot?
Here.
Oh, sorry.
There are also other notes in the margins that seem to be a lot of acronyms that are talking about the different artifacts that might be located here. One of the ones that they are looking for specifically, let me pull up my notes. There are notes about specifically O. It just says O, and then 13.
Like connected?
Correct.
Okay, and then that's it?
It says, let's see. And it says, we have the right arm.
Oh, I don't like that at all.
What arm are you missing?
That's a very good question. I can't remember after so many months. Hold up.
You can't remember.
I'm pretty sure I'm missing my left arm.
Mm.
But Colton, if I'm wrong,
It could be unrelated. I was just curious.
Yeah.
It's probably unrelated.
No, I mean, it sounds related. Sounds distressingly related.
And then it says and then it says Eye of Hope ? question mark. And then it says, so it looks like they're on a search for the Eye of Hope to access the right arm.
Eye of Hope.
I'm missing both of those things.
An eye and an arm.
Yeah.
Coincidence? Is there anything that...
It also says that of the 13, so it says 6 is the right arm, 3 is the left leg,
Are they making Exodia?
8 is the tail, 11 is the blood, and 13 is the skin.
And our key didn't have any numbers on it, right?
It also says next to, I think I said the left leg was the other one, right? That it.
No, so what I have written is I can't remember what the 13 was again. 13 was the skin.
Yes.
The right arm was 6. 11 is the blood, and 8 is the tail. Did you give us one more?
Yes. I think we'll say 3 was the left leg. So 13, and right next to the left leg, it says Veil of Freedom. And then right next to it says Relic.
Okay.
It also says Ellison Tire. And it has a map of the world encircled Ellison Tire. There's also, on this map of the world, it has a bunch of different questions and numbers next to it of different locations of where these other numbers might be.
This is crazy cool cryptic stuff. If I were to just pocket all of these right now, would it be immediately conspicuous to anyone like walking out that they were gone?
Yes, it's the first thing visible when they leave that door.
Okay, I leave it exactly as we found it. Okay. And then what I would like to do, and I'll gauge Felicity and everyone else's ideas on this, is just to hide in the tents. I'm going to hide in like the biggest, like the boss tent.
Okay.
I've got a plan for dealing with him in the meantime. There's 8 other people here. I should be able to deal with him and then move on. But I guess my question is, how would we like to situate? Because it's probably 2 per tent beyond that. And so we have you, Tectune, Ruth's up as like a sniper. So you, Tectune, and Olman, really otherwise. Do we want to do 2 and 2 maybe to start? Like I'll have one other person in the main tent with me, and then you can go with like Tectune or Olman, whichever you prefer. And then like be in one other tent to get the drop on 2 more guards, and then kind of figure that out from there. Or would you rather hide outside? Like hide outside of the tents?
I guess I'll go in a tent. How long would it take Tectune to like copy anything that's on the table?
Depends on how detailed you want him to be. He can make a list rather quickly. But when it comes to like mapping and copying the map, that would be extensive. But if he could add it to say your map or a map, and that would be a lot faster.
Okay. I mean, my map is not of the entire like.
Yeah.
Because you said it was over in Ellison Tire was marked as well. Do we have just a like world map?
I don't think I have one.
I mean, I'll give him my map to add what he can.
Okay. And then Tectoon takes a list and at least makes a copy of what he can.
Okay. Cool. Oh boy.
I think we should focus on recovering this after. I think it's just too conspicuous to have it, unless we want to get the jump on them as they leave the castle.
No, hiding is fine. I was just thinking more about the information
Yeah.
that we got.
I think we just focus on protecting it.
Okay.
So we can take it after.
Okay, I guess I'll hide.
Okay.
Okay. So, Molly, you are in the largest tent.
Mm-hmm.
Felicity, what tent are you in? Are you in a tent?
Yeah, maybe that first one next to the table. Yeah.
Okay. Where do you want Ullman and Tectoon?
Should they each have their own tents, or should they go together, do you think?
I'll take Tectane with me, and then maybe Ullman can be in one by himself.
Yeah.
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 So, do you want to roll a group stealth then?
Yeah, I think so.
Ruth excluded because Ruth is not with you guys.
Mm.
Ruth will.
I rolled a 5.
God. I rolled a 25.
Jesus.
Okay. Tectoon got a 10 plus.
Do we have advantage because we're
12.
hiding inside of tents?
You are getting a bonus, and then Ullman got a 10. Divided by 4. Okay, you guys got a 17.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it could be way worse.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks to Molly and Tectoon.
Ullman and I are just too big to be sneaky.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
Too big personality.
So you guys,
Yeah.
for the most part, are you like sitting on the bed? How are you prepared for this? Because it could be some time that you're sitting in this space.
Right. I think I want to be like, so the flap, the entrance is like pointed, they're all towards the center,
Correct.
right? I want to be like in one of the close corners.
Okay.
So like if you walked in and you weren't really paying attention, you wouldn't like look to a corner immediately there. I'll just hunker down there.
Okay.
And I think I'm gonna kind of do the same thing. I'll like the top right, or sorry, top left corner of the tent that I'm in,
Okay.
and just like get real small, hide behind whatever flap or box I can find there, and just be ready with my I think. Let me see something. I think I'm gonna poison my dagger and be ready with the bead of force as well, just in case.
Okay. So you guys, are you keeping an eye on the door at all? Either of you?
Yeah.
I think yeah. We're waiting until like trying to see if we hear something or see something come out.
I want to be like facing in towards the flap.
Okay. Perfect. So you guys are keeping an eye on the door. You spend probably 2 hours sitting here watching the door, preparing, keeping an eye on things. About that 2 hour mark, something appears on the table. where you were watching. It just kind of blips into existence and clatters onto the table that you
Okay.
found the maps.
Do we see what it is?
We just hear it.
If I just, like,
probably. Yeah.
Peek my head out without exposing it.
It appears to be from this distance potentially a key or a chain with something attached to it.
You're the sneakiest out of all of us. If you want it, you're gonna have to be the one that gets
Have
it.
I seen an arrow fly from Ruth yet?
No, you have not.
I heard.
You cannot
Okay, I'm
see
gonna
Ruth
make us-
either.
Okay, I'm gonna go make a stealth check
Okay.
to, like, very sneakily creep out. And I'm going to, by the way, like, freeze and try to return at the first sign of danger.
Okay.
So, stealth check to go take a look at whatever that thing is.
Okay.
That is a 26. Or sorry, 27.
Okay. What you see is a name tag. It appears that it's almost like a dog tag. It appears that someone has died within the castle. And this is
Okay.
the return of one of the dog tags.
And what does that say?
It says their name. It is not Overn Adsin. It
Okay.
is Marion Parentine, Royal
Spell that.
Scholar.
Just the
Marian.
last one. Okay.
Perrentien. Royal Scholar.
Okay. I'm just gonna signal to you. I'm gonna find, like, some hand signal. in
I
case-
can't see you.
I thought you were looking. You said you had your head out the flat or something like that. Or I thought I misunderstood. I'm just gonna go back.
Okay.
Then I'll let this be. No reason to disturb it.
Okay. About 10 minutes later, another one falls.
Okay.
3 minutes later, another one falls. And then another. And then another.
I'm gonna inspect all three and make sure none of them are Overn.
None of them are Overn. But you do see that the bottom of them is starting to ooze blood.
Okay. Maybe I'll go check in with you, Felicity. I'm gonna cross and just check in and be like, hey, so these are dog tags. People are, like, dying inside. Do we keep the shirt, like, the weird thing up out here, or do we go in? Do we save someone in order to kill them?
How many are on the table so far?
4.
Do they all have titles like Marion's did?
As you look through them, you do see Royal Scholar, you see Guard, you see Guard. So there is Royal Scholar, Guard, Scientist, and then Wizard.
Hmm. Gosh, I don't really want to go in there. If they're killing wizards.
Yeah. No, that's unnerving. Still hang out? I'm gonna go check in with Ullman to get some of that wisdom.
Okay.
Hey,
You see
Ullman?
Ullman is sitting on the bed. He might be dozing, but his eyes are closed.
Ullman, this I love this, and I would hate to disrupt this sleep of yours. And I just relay the information. It's like, do you think if we need something from this person to deliver something to them, and then, to do whatever we have to do following, Should we go in or do we keep up the wait? Because right now, people are just dying, which could be of a benefit to us if the rest of them come out. It's just a question of will the rest of them come out?
The question remains, how important is it to you to deliver this letter? What happens if you fail?
Yeah, I don't really know about as far as the letter goes, but the not running into and meeting this person would be a great tragedy to me.
You haven't opened the letter?
No. We were told not to and that they would find out if we did. So I was going to deliver the letter, have him open it, read it, and then do everything after and figure out what the letter says then.
Oh.
I'm going to try to play by the rules.
I mean, if you need to deliver that letter and if we think they're in there, then I guess we go in.
Okay.
It's kind of your call, though.
Let's go in. Screw it. Whatever.
Ullman sits up and is like, all right, do you want me to
I'm
go in
sorry.
with you?
Yeah, you gotta. We need
All right, he
we need a wizard.
summons his disc and hops on.
Thank you. Hey, Tech-Tune, Ruth.
Right. As Ruth is preparing to climb down, she shoots an arrow.
Oh.
And you hear screaming
Oh.
From her.
from the door.
Okay.
So,
All right, and
do
we're out at the moment, right?
Yeah.
do you have time to get back into your areas if you wish?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, let's just go back. Everybody back.
Okay. So you move back into your spaces and make a perception check.
11.
2.
Okay. Good thing Molly, you're probably focused on trying not to be seen, but Felicity, what you see is this woman dripping blood, missing her forearm, who is like screaming and running out, trying to like stifle the blood. She has what appears to be a tourniquet wrapped on her arm, and she screams, "No, you have to stop! Stop! It's not you!" And you see as an arrow pierces her forehead and she falls back, and you watch as a pair of dog tags appears on the table. And
Okay.
what you see, Felicity, is this
Mhm.
man in a green cape stroll out holding this bow, and his eyes are glowing green. And he just kind of looks at her and says, "Pity," and strolls back inside.
Oh, goes back. Oh. Okay. I guess I exit my tent and I go find Molly.
Felicity, or Molly, you heard that voice and you recognize it.
I did immediately.
Yes.
I'm going to stealth out and see if I have like line of sight to him at any point before he gets back in the castle.
What you see is the back of his head and his cloak as he
Okay.
strolls back in.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was him, and he's fighting his own guard.
Can I go up and inspect her, the woman that he killed?
Yeah. So you head over to her and you see her lying on the ground. Her stump, what is left of her arm. Actually, you need to make a survival check.
Okay. Ooh, it's a 19 on the die.
Yeah, you would get that for sure.
Okay, +5. Yeah.
Okay. The stump is clean. It is a very clean cut. The blade that would have made this is either impossibly sharp or magically charged. What she attempted to do with a tourniquet, she was probably a medic, or a medic treated her. The arrow shot that hit her was powerful enough that it went through her skull and came out the back. Looking at her, she was carrying an amount of bandages, and looking at the trail behind her, it appears that she was throwing off all kinds of equipment. There were empty bottles of potions of cure light wounds that appear to do nothing towards this bleeding stump.
Okay. Can we go over and see what her tags said?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is Patricia Eversight, cleric.
Okay.
Does that mean anything? Yeah.
I don't know. I don't recognize any of these names, do I?
No.
Probably,
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
Is there anything magical about the arrow, or is he just a really good shot?
he was not.
Can you?
I mean, I'll do a spellcraft check, but in
Okay.
my experience, he's not like. That was a 15. not, like,
The arrow itself was
just
not
bad.
magical, no.
I imagine the bow probably was. He's got a lot of money, and that's about it. Was my experience with him.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but he could have gained power from X, Y, or Z. I don't really. It's been 100 years.
Okay. He was glowing. He had glowing green eyes. I say this to both you and Ullman specifically.
Okay, that's new.
Oh, he didn't have that
definitely-
last
that's
time.
definitely a new thing. Okay, so maybe he is possessed or something.
And you did hear the woman screaming. You heard what she yelled, Molly. So none of that was
Yeah,
too muffled
yeah,
for you
that's
to hear.
not you. Yeah,
Okay.
but in my experience, he was a pretty two-faced to begin with, so that's not necessarily new information. That could mean yes, cursed, yes, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I don't know. Do we just go in? I think we just go in at this point. If he's killing off his own men, got allies in there potentially to save, and yeah,
Okay.
I feel like everything about this, and maybe that's just me metagaming this, is like that I'm being told to go inside.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The other option
Being
is to
told.
lure him out.
That's true, yeah. Do we want to fight on the inside or on the outside? Guess we've got a good sniper post out here. I hear him going, oh no. I don't know. I don't know if I want to like make myself known though. I don't know. Let's go in. That's where my brain is.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead. Fuck it. I'm gonna like roll everything up that's on the table and put it in my pack.
Okay. You have 10 pounds of maps and accoutrement.
10 pounds.
It's a lot of paper.
Damn. Okay.
Okay. So.
I just figured their numbers are dwindling. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. We might as
No,
well
good
take them.
idea.
If we're not waiting to set a trap, then we should definitely take them.
They're less of a problem now that there's only 3 of them left.
Plus, they lost a wizard and a cleric, so potentially the
right.
2 of their more potent allies.
I need to grab another paper
Maybe.
towel real quick.
Do you think? Grab in.
I probably should have let you resolve that before I drew the map. But that would have been too easy.
No, you gotta draw 2 maps.
Yeah. Okay. So. You probably shouldn't see the outside borders, but the constraints of this type of map.
I feel it. I also, as a part of this, as we prep to go in, I'm gonna take my my extract of disguise self,
Okay.
and I'm going to, because I forgot I had access to that. I just had to prepare it this morning, and I turn myself into like a younger male halfling
Okay.
with like chestnut brown hair, dressed in like a traditional like 50s American postal worker uniform.
Okay.
Why?
Because I'm delivering a letter.
All right. So, you.
I'm also gonna make myself a foot taller because I can do that. I can't change my size, but I'm gonna be a tall halfling.
Okay. So, you enter into this very tall space. We're going to say like 70, 80 foot ceilings.
Mm-hmm.
And what you see, again, is very dark. And you encounter there's a thin opening ahead of you, as many feet as this is. And it appears that a lot of these spaces, this castle appears to have been kind of piecemealed. From the outside, it didn't appear to do that, but it looks like the inside had been renovated several times prior to this cataclysm.
Mm-hmm.
But you do not. There are a lot of footsteps everywhere in here and a lot of blood, recent blood that is mixed with the ash and has formed this red-gray paste. There's a lot more blood than you think 8 people could have produced. Where it came from is a different question.
Yeah.
There is an arm that is laying on the ground next to you, which probably came from the Patricia individual that you encountered earlier.
See that?
Is that an arm?
Arm.
Oh.
Arm.
Fuck.
Holman. Arm.
Arm.
Elves?
Elf.
Overn.
Ooh. What is your dude? Is he another gnome?
No, I think he's a human.
He is
Oh.
human, which I should have clarified.
Memory serves. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
But he's been around a very long time, so there's definitely some magic.
Something
Whether
going on
it's his
there.
magic or someone else's magic. Yeah.
Okay.
And
Okay.
he's not
Go on.
visible in this space, but you hear the shooting of arrows and a scream. But it's kind of echoing in this space, and because it's so cavernous, it's very difficult to tell where it's coming from.
Are these like the like triangle things? Are those doorways?
They are, yes.
Okay. I mean, I'm gonna poke my head into the side that I'm already kind of on.
This one?
The right side. Yeah.
Or the left side?
Yeah.
Okay. You
And
poke
see.
your head into this left side, and what you see is an armory.
Ooh.
You see a lot of old elven weapons in fairly good repair.
Can I roll to see if there's anything especially juicy?
I'm gonna roll a spellcraft check as well to help. I still managed to help.
Okay.
A +2 somehow.
+2. Is this just perception or?
Yeah, make it perception, or you can make it craft for praise.
They're both the same for me. I guess I'll do craft, so it's gonna be a +7. So 15.
Okay. You find a number of elven curve blades, which are exotic weapons worth 80 gold pieces apiece.
Oh.
Several of them are made of, what's the material? Cold iron. Several are made of alchemical silver, mithril, and there are 2 of them made of living steel.
I don't know what that means.
Are they shinier?
What is?
So the living steel will repair itself if it is let's see. Yeah, if you put it in let's see. It draws water from the ground, so if you plant it and give it water, it'll repair itself if it's broken.
Oh, that's cool.
It looks like they are otherwise drained of water, but in good repair.
Mm. And what are the stats on something like that? Like, is that going to be better than my Falcata or?
So an elven curved blade, they're exotic weapons, so you would need to have a trait you would need to take a feat to use them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But an elven curved blade for the damage, just so you would know. Oh, come on.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I should have known. Two-handed, one-handed, melee. Where the heck? Exotic weapons. Here we go. Sorry, I'm having trouble finding it.
You're fine.
I can look it up too.
An elven curved blade for a medium creature does 1d10, criticals on an 18 to 20, and does ×2 on a critical.
Dang. So that is better. I am gonna store. Can I store one of the living steel ones and then one? You said there was a silver one too.
Yes, alchemical silver. Yes,
Can I store one of each?
absolutely.
Cool. La, la, la. Sweet.
You also find a musket, just a single musket.
Oh,
Ooh,
you want that?
get a gun? No.
I can't. I'm no good with ranged weapons.
Okay, I'll take a gun.
It also has ammunition with it.
Is it medium sized though?
It is small sized, oddly enough.
Oh, hell yeah. Then I'll absolutely take a musket.
Okay, so for a small, it does 1d10 damage.
What the flip? Hold on. Is it a dex to shoot?
You'll have to look up firearms. Let's see. You take a penalty without the exotic weapon proficiency.
Okay.
A non-proficient character, you take a -4 on all attack rolls with all firearms. And there's a misfire chance if you like roll a critical failure. But for a small creature, the musket does 1d10, and on a critical is ×4. 40-foot range, and it misfires on a 1 or a 2.
1d10.
And it also weighs 2 pounds. It does blunt and piercing.
So it crits on a 20, misfires on a
1 to 2.
Okay. And how much ammo do I have?
You have 10 shots.
Okay. What? All that math adds up. And it's -4.
Correct. And it has 1 shot, and then it takes a full round action to reload.
Why am I even picking this up? I will never use this. Okay. I have a gun.
I always sell it
Yeah.
later.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Do
It
we
is a
hear anything?
standard
Oh,
action since it's only one barrel. So never mind.
Oh, okay. We'll get through that later.
At some point, you'll
Um,
use your gun.
Yeah, one time. One shot per fight. And then, yeah, I guess, I don't know. I don't really need to be in the armory. Kind of not. I don't think Molly's in the
leave.
headspace to loot at the moment.
we can leave. I was just. Do we
Yeah.
hear anything as we exit back out into the hallway?
You hear another shot and another scream.
Oh gosh.
I'm just gonna go towards the shots and the screams.
We
can
don't
open these other
know where
doors.
they're coming from, right?
I
Because of
mean,
the like.
You can make a
ceiling.
perception
I
to
made
try
a
and
17
identify
perception check. Yeah.
So you go to 17.
Yeah.
it. 17?
We'll just,
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
See if I
It
can't,
seems
like,
that it's
take a
coming
look
from
vision.
that room straight ahead of you.
Okay. So the room like right next to us?
No, like.
Oh, that straight ahead. Okay.
North, I should say. I'll use
Oh,
cardinal
I'm gonna
directions
go-
because that's going to be easier.
Yeah. I'm gonna go try and like peek around the door and see if I can see in the room.
Okay. How is the party keeping with? Because I'm going to say this is probably
Yeah.
what's going on.
I'll keep
Felicity, are you?
pace.
Yeah. Can I make an ask?
Yes.
Can everybody hold back except for me and Felicity and just be ready if they hear anything going weird? Because I'm gonna try and start with some talking,
Okay.
if that works for you.
Yeah. So
And
they'll
you can
kind of be
bluff
around
better
a
than
corner
me,
and
or as
just
well as me.
hang out.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What you see is Overn Adsin sitting on a throne, surrounded by bodies. And you see what he's done is he's taken the blood of the people he killed and painted this throne.
Hmm.
And what you see is he then takes one arm and tosses the throne off to the side. And you see that there's a set of stairs leading down.
I kind of like this guy. Is that bad? That's like really. That's a vibe.
It is a vibe. Let's steal it from him in a second, okay?
Okay.
Are you okay if I expose us now?
Did he go down the stairs?
He starts looking his way down, and you watch as he pulls keys off of one of the bodies. But
Okay.
what happens is when he takes the keys and yanks them off, the head comes off too.
I'm gonna knock on like the door. I know it's open, but just like knock 3 times, like letter for Mr. Adsin.
And you watch as he pivots on his back foot.
And I'm just holding up a letter. A hell of a time finding you, sir.
And who are you?
My name's Derek Ullman. I have a letter for you from the trade port in the last freelands of Avak. I was told to deliver it to you personally.
You watch as he drops the keys into his pocket, and he takes his bow and draws it and points it at you. And what if I shoot the messenger?
No need. I'm just here to deliver this letter and let you do your business.
Oh, and if I ask you to open it and read it for me?
You know, I was asked not to do that, but if you would like me to, I'd be more than happy to.
Well, toss that letter over to me, will you?
Okay.
Throw it really bad.
I'm gonna throw the letter, but disguised in my other hand. I'm gonna also simultaneously try to throw my poisoned dagger, poisoned with spider vine poison.
Okay.
Interesting.
So
Are you throwing them both at the same time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want me to make a stealth check to hide the dagger? That
Yeah,
I'm
do
throwing?
a sleight of hand, which is... That's a finesse.
Finesse?
Yes.
I can do, yeah.
Don't forget you have story points.
26 sleight of hand. I'm saving a story points.
26, you said?
Yes.
Okay. He does not notice.
So now I have to roll a hit.
Do you want to use a story point to hit? Maybe?
I'm going to use 1 story point. Is that an assured skill? Or is it... Let me see if assured skill is only skill check. Yeah, it's advantage on skill check. I'm going to use a d6 to add to my hit.
Okay.
To start the story point. Can work with me here. Oh, can I have advantage since I got a stealth check? Since I snuck the dagger out of my hand as part of the throw?
He is flat-footed. So you're going against his flat-footed AC.
Oh, okay, so that's my advantage. Okay.
Yes.
Victoria?
Nice.
We have a natural 20.
Roll to confirm.
Confirmed on a... If it's the dagger, just a second. It's like it's... All my shit's different. So it's a 9. 28.
Okay. That hits, and now they get to make their fortitude save.
So here's where I want to ask. My tokens before a roll can give me a +1 d6. Can I knock him down on the save?
You can...
Can I reduce his roll on the save or increase the save?
Yes, you can increase the save with that.
Can I increase it by 2d6?
You already... Oh.
Did you already use 1d6?
I had 3.
Yes, you
So
can increase it by 2d6.
I have 3
Sure.
points. I guess that's my question. So I'm going to burn out on story points
Sure.
here.
If you want to do that, you can.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. I mean, he just has to roll his save.
Yep. So why don't you roll to see what the DC is now that he has to beat?
Oh, no, I have, it's a flat DC. It's a fortitude of 15.
Yes, but you were increasing it by adding your...
Oh, that's what you... Okay, I see. Sorry. Increased by 7, so 22 fortitude save.
Okay. He collapses to the ground paralyzed.
Thank you. He also takes 2 constitution damage.
Okay.
And he is paralyzed, by the way, for 6 rounds.
Okay.
And he has to make 2 consecutive saves to not be paralyzed.
Okay. As he collapses to the ground, the bow falls out of his hand.
Okay. Do his eyes stop turning green?
No, they're still glowing green.
Okay. I'm going to cue everyone to get in, and I just think we need to, like, full restrain this dude.
Okay.
However we can.
Can I kick the bow, like, farther?
Yeah.
Maybe, like, back towards Ruth? I'm not touching it.
You should put it in your glove.
Not touching it? Do you think I should touch it?
I'm going to make a quick spellcraft check on the bow as part of this.
Okay.
Dude is obviously possessed.
I have no idea what's going on with this bow.
So, since you have 6 rounds, I'm making you prioritize. You get everyone in the room. What are you doing first?
We need to find a way to fully incapacitate him.
Okay, are you tying him up?
I think we need to make sure he can't do any spells.
How long
Okay.
do the beads of force last for?
Beads of Force are... let me double check. Could have just bead of forced him.
Yeah.
I think it's 10 minutes.
And how long is 6 rounds?
10 minutes. 6 rounds is 36 seconds.
Oh.
So bead of Force is great. I'm just worried that he's got some teleport bullshit since he's all like...
But he can't do...
He can't do anything right now. In
No.
36 seconds, though.
Within a bead of... Doesn't the cocoon him?
No, he could teleport out. He
You can
just
get
can't,
out
like,
of it,
shoot
but
magic
as long
through
as you can't get out of the beat of force, you can't do anything unless you can break the force. So
But he can teleport though, right? From inside a bead of force, or am I misunderstanding?
someone could teleport outside of a beat of force. If someone had like a dimension door.
Okay. Yeah, I just don't know what kind of magic he's working with since he's glowing all green. Sorry if that was antagonistic.
So,
Um,
how are you restraining him?
I have. First step, I'm going to put him in a pair of thumb screws that I pull out of my hands personally. I'm going to make sure these are agonizing. You will feel them in 1d6 and 6 rounds.
Okay. He is now wearing thumb screws.
I guess I will, while you're doing that, I will jointly store his weapon
Okay. Are you putting it in your...
in my gauntlet. Yeah.
Okay. I need you
Okay.
to make a will save.
Yeah.
Oh no! No, you were right. No, you were absolutely right.
Okay.
I believe in you.
And if you have any story points, you're welcome to use them.
She burned
I
those
have
on my
one.
Oh, you do?
No,
You got
I
a
have
new one.
one.
Yeah.
I will use it. Because my will save is my worst save.
And if you have
I
any
believe in you.
bonuses, I don't remember if you do for being a cavalier.
I don't think for will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um.
I'm trying to remember what your banner does.
Oh, that's all like flanking. Oh. Yeah.
Or anything from your mythic stuff.
Oh, I could cast greater heroism prior to doing that.
That might be a really good
If you would
call.
let me do that. 'Cause
Yes,
then
I will
get
let you do that.
+4 to my saves. So I will do that, and I will spend my last story point. Okay. Not great. So that's a 14 plus 4, 18. Oh, plus another 4. So 22.
You just make it. You feel this overwhelming sense of power, and there's this flash of green in your eyes. And you feel, I could rule. I could take
I
over.
do rule.
Yeah.
I could kill everyone in this room. I don't need them. And then you have the thought that you can just store this away in your gauntlet for later. And do that later.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll have time later.
Yeah.
You know?
So then and now you have cursed bow.
Cursed bow. Okay. Cursed bow. # do not touch.
Okay.
And Overn Adsin's eyes have lost their green hue.
Ooh.
They've lost their green hue.
Okay.
Okay.
You now have 5 rounds left.
I have 5 rounds left. I'm going to turn to everyone in the party. I need a moment of no judgment here. Can I ask for that? You'll know my predicament?
Yeah.
No judgment?
Yeah.
Tag tune?
Do I need to go? Is it that bad?
I don't know. You decide. You leave when you need to leave. Oldman, I'm sorry for what you're about to witness. I know that we're new friends,
I've
and this is a
seen
weird
worse
way.
things. I've
I
probably
immediately
done
take
worse things.
both of his hands in front of him and like fold them over each other like that, and then taking the dagger, I just chop both his hands off.
You don't want to take the whole arm, or?
I only need the hands for now.
Oh.
And then Texan goes, you should take out his tongue too.
No,
gonna
he
get
needs to be
there.
able to.
We're gonna. Well, no, we do need him to be able to talk. But I have a plan.
Okay.
Okay. I guess I kinda have a plan.
Tectune binds the wounds. We don't want him to bleed out. Not until
I
you're
was
ready.
actually. So here's the other thing: as I take out the iron, the hot iron, and I'm just gonna
Cauterize?
cauterize those.
Oh.
Yeah, just so you don't
Tectune's
have to
like,
worry
"Ooh,
about him bleeding.
Oh, key.
Yeah, I'm sorry, buddy. I know.
No,
You're
and he's
really
like-
good friends.
Well, we don't care about him, so I mean, it's not pretty, but he doesn't need them again. He just kind
I
of
will
takes
say,
the hands and like puts them over in the corner.
I kind of need those.
Sorry.
As long as we know where they are. As long as we know where they
Oh,
are.
okay.
As long as we know where
They're
they
right
are.
over here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just like neatly stacked.
Yeah. Do you want the thumb screws back? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I imagine those disappeared when I made the
Yeah,
iron.
it's like, oh wait, oh
Yeah.
never mind. Okay, just
Yeah, so that
yeah,
was
he
not
does
even
stack them
necessary.
neatly, and he just kind of like puts the fingers over each other, just like
Okay.
turtle.
And while I have the iron, I do pull out his tongue and just like slightly burn it.
Is he wearing any jewelry on those thingies?
Yeah, you're welcome to loot his fingers.
Yeah, he is wearing
don't mind while you're
several
doing that.
rings with emblems of the Adsin house.
Oh, I just slide
Yeah.
those right off.
Yeah.
He was wearing a bracelet, and that just falls right off.
Ah, perfect.
Cute jewelry.
It's closest to a tennis bracelet. It's got diamonds on it.
Yeah.
Ooh, all right. Yeah, I slipped that right on immediately.
All right, I'm also gonna take a moment to just break his knees.
Oh my god.
Okay, his knees are broken. I'm gonna say doing all that, you have 1 round left before the paralysis ends.
Okay. Any other way we can hobble this man, or should we stop here?
Done enough.
All right.
Good luck getting anything out of him. He's just gonna be like screaming.
I get really, really close to his eyes, like really, really close to his face, and I drop my disguise. I just give him a little slap with one of his own hands. Wakey, wakey.
That's gross.
Oh, he's supposed to be taking the. Does the con damage occur for those 6 rounds?
I don't believe the con damage keeps happening.
It's just a negative.
I think
2,
it's just 1d2 con.
It says the frequency is 1 round for 6 rounds.
Oh, I guess he could do it each round. He can keep.
I don't
making
know.
saves,
We'll apply it for this one because.
Okay.
You
So you want him for all 6?
yeah, just go ahead and roll the D2 for.
I'll give you a total.
Yeah.
Can that like potentially kill him?
It absolutely can.
It's absolutely going to kill him.
9 con damage.
Okay. That could kill him, but it won't. Because that's a total of 11.
I was really
con
hoping.
damage.
Yeah, because he could. It was the max he could take was 12, and that is above a normal human. But
So
I was hoping there was.
he's
some plot
looking
armor in
very
the way.
withered as he
Mhm.
comes back and just. Molly?
What happened to your friends, Overn? You had a big old crew of friends here helping you, protecting you, exploring the castle. What happened? Did you turn on them too?
Did you kill them?
I found all these dog tags out front.
You can tell that he seems to have no memory of what happened while he was possessing that bow.
So you don't remember. So we showed up and you had glowing green eyes, shooting arrows all over the place.
And you can see that he has this flash of memory. Oh God, where is it? And then
Where's
he
what?
like, but
You gonna
realizes
you
his-
want to check your pockets?
he realizes his hands are gone, and you can tell that he's in shock, both from the pain and from the realizing what's going on.
You want to know the wildest part about losing a limb? Is you'll always feel it. It'll always be there. I mean, it won't. It's gone. It'll never come back. But you'll keep feeling. You keep trying to scratch that itch at the back of your head, and you just knock your little stump.
I'm sorry.
I hate this so much.
Yeah, we don't actually. I don't really want to roleplay this anymore.
Yeah.
If I'm totally honest, we
Yeah.
can talk over this.
Sure.
This is making me feel real gross.
No, that's okay.
Um,
I wanted to give you the opportunity to, but
I just wanted to give the vibe.
Okay.
The kind
yep,
of like
you have.
it's like half comedy, half true nightmare, and then we
Okay.
can talk about. Yeah.
So the letter.
the
Did you want to?
letter. Oh, yeah. I brought you this letter. Do you want to read it?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm gonna open it. I was like, I'm gonna have you read this aloud for me, okay? I don't know what it says, but I would like to know.
So as you open the letter, I sealed this one really well, apparently. And since I haven't looked at it in 7 months, we're gonna all figure out what it says.
You struggling to open that? Need a
Discovering
hand?
together.
It says, and he reads it, "You're to find the consequences of not listening to orders." And you watch as electricity seems to ripple through his eyes and his brain, through his temples.
Oh.
He's still alive, but he's not doing well.
Okay.
And then you
Weird.
hear in your head many voices layered over each other, and it says, "The final blow is yours, Molly." And this is not Novulu.
It's not Novulu? Ooh. I don't know. I think Molly feels like the right thing to do is to end it, but also like the weird ickiness of understanding that the longer she draws this out, maybe the better it is for another entity that's offering her power.
Yeah. And you're welcome to say if you draw this out, and then we can just say that you have drawn this out as
I'm
long
gonna
as you want
say,
to.
yeah, Molly politely asks everyone to leave.
Okay.
Nobody needs to watch this. Not excited about what I'm about to do. But yeah, she's gonna draw this out.
Okay. How long?
Before you
Yeah,
Oh, go
sorry.
ahead.
before you do that, can I have the key ring?
Oh, you can have all of this. I slowly like take all his money and his jewels off of this person and just like hand it over.
Okay.
And like make snide comments about like the quality and the make and just like really just like knock him down a few pegs while I'm doing this.
Okay.
And then I will quickly leave.
Yeah. it's
Are
like
you headed down
everybody
the
just-
stairs?
Ooh.
Oh, maybe honestly, let's bring him with and just like make him see us discover all this cool stuff.
Okay.
Is that offensive?
We
Is that
don't know
horrible?
what's down there.
Yeah, I guess we don't really.
He
know.
was possessed.
You were possessed. Maybe we just end this and we deal with this in a minute. Yeah, you'll never get to know. You will never know what's down those stairs. It's a cool, grand discovery. But yeah, we'll draw this out up here with everybody out of the room. Nobody has to watch. Not even Molly has to know what's going on.
Okay. So the rest of the party heads downstairs. How long do you want to draw this out for? Or do you want to roll for how long he can hold out?
I hate both. That's been truly making me a little uncomfortable.
I know.
Let's just say it happens. Let's roll. What do you want me to roll? What dice?
Roll a d12.
I had a 12 in my hand. 2.
Okay, 2 hours.
Fuck hell. Okay. All right. 2 hours later. Yeah.
All right. In the meantime, Felicity,
The
you
two-
and your party are downstairs, and you find the you find a door with 3 keyholes.
Ooh. Do I have 3 keys?
You do have 3 keys.
This is way more fun. Is there any like inscription on the keyholes, like, or inscriptions on the other keys that like match up?
Yeah, there
or-
is the bottom of the they are in top, middle, and bottom. One says TTWR. One says let's see.
2 T's WR or
Yes, TTWR.
Okay, that's bottom.
That's the top one.
Oh, top one. Sorry.
Yep. The other one is CSTL, and the bottom one is LBSMNT.
Okay. I guess I'll start from the top and put them in.
Okay. You put them in that order. And as they open, you see what is inside is an pristine, undamaged part of the castle. As the doors slowly peel back, and you can see the beauty of what this place used to be. It's marble, it's white, it's beautiful, and you can see that there is, oh gosh, I'm forgetting the name. It's the glass dome, like a bell jar,
Mm-hmm.
and underneath you see a shriveled right leg with a metal chain and a little disc on it. And on it is writing and a script that is too small to see. And there is an inscription on it that says, "To reach me, find the key that brings peace and life to lands broken."
Okay. Sorry. Um. So we've can I pull out the information that I
Yes.
took from the desk and kind of like spread it out?
Mhm.
So there was the only reference to like a vowel that I saw was O,
Yes.
right? On this, and it had just a question mark next to it and 13. Was that what it was?
It had O13.
O13.
13 was the skin.
Mm-hmm. The skin. Are there any other singular letters?
There are not.
Just O. Where is that? Is it on the map?
It is, but it seems to be kind of a titular thing as opposed to
Oh, okay.
a specific thing. It seems to be
Okay.
the overarching, whatever they're searching for is all of these pieces.
Mm. Okay. Can I open the bell jar?
You go up to the bell jar. As you get closer, you see that this leg is just muscle. There's no skin on it. It appears to be shriveled, has no blood, no other wounds on it. And as you touch the bell jar, it doesn't shift, it doesn't move. Try and lift it, it seems locked in place. You aren't harmed in any way,
Hmm.
but there's no
Okay.
other treasure or valuables in this room. But it is the only part of the castle that is undamaged and the only thing that had these type of locks on it.
Okay. And I can't proceed outside of this room. This is the
This is think of it like a vault.
okay. Okay.
At least not that you can see. You can make a perception check and see if there's another area in this vault.
Sure. Oh, that's actually pretty good. 17 on the die. It's 22.
Okay. As you're looking around this room, you do see a loose stone in the back that you can kind of fit one claw around, and you can try and pull a few.
And pull it out.
Mhm.
Okay. Do you want me to like roll for
You're
it?
welcome to pull it if you wish to. I was just letting you know it was there.
Yes, I want to try and pull it.
Okay. You manage to just fit a claw around and just kind of like slowly inch it out piece by piece, and what you see is a thin veil of cloth. It's just almost like a shroud. It's very thin. It looks like a veil that someone would wear in mourning over their face.
Just like tucked in this hole.
Mm-hmm.
Can I pull it out?
Yeah. You have in your house, it's impossibly light, and you feel as if the weight of this environment is lifted off of you the moment that you're touching it. It's as if you can breathe deeply again.
Mm-hmm.
The Veil of Freedom.
Yeah.
You've always wanted to wear a veil. That's part of your character creation.
Mm-hmm. Where that was on the information,
It was.
the Veil of Freedom. Can you remind me in what context?
It was related to the left leg in Ellison Tire. It was listed as a relic.
Okay.
Which...
And this is a right leg that we have in the bell jar?
Correct. So, in the context of this game, you would know relics. Think of them as artifacts, but like higher up. Like this is one of the most powerful entities in existence. Like this is a legendary item that may not truly even exist. So what you have is immeasurably valuable. You could name your price if you found the right buyer. It also, if someone knows that you have it, could make you an impossibly powerful target.
Right.
But identifying what it does will be difficult too, because think of it, unless you know what it is, you'll be stumbling on what it does. It has a base function that you seem to have figured out, or at least have an idea of what it does, but there's probably other levels to it.
Okay. Ooh, spoopy. Do you join us?
Yeah, after a couple hours.
I would say that it probably, like, if you spent 2 hours, like, looking in this room, trying to get into the bell jar, finding this and looking at the veil, if you think it's reasonable that you would be persistently trying to get into this bell jar.
Yeah, I think you come in and, like, Felicity's sitting next to the bell jar. I'm assuming it's on, like, you said it was on, like, a pedestal or something, or... and she's got everything that she ripped from the table just like spread out in no specified order in front of her. And she's just sitting here holding the veil like on a finger, just staring.
Molly, are you covered in blood?
I prestidigitated myself clean.
Okay.
I think Molly just full dissociated for 2 hours.
Okay.
And then like cleaned herself and just like walking down the stairs kind of like re-entered her body.
Okay.
I don't think she's excited about the experience she just had. I don't think she found closure the way she wanted. I think everything about that situation was so dictated by others that she just kind of is feeling used.
Yeah.
Like between the letter and Novulu and this like, I don't know. She just sort of feels like less like the assassin and more like the dagger.
Yeah.
And so it's like walking down the stairs, like aware of what she just did and the impact that it has on her,
but processing
also, like,
it.
Not in the least. But yeah, she's gonna come downstairs. She is cleaned up. If there was like anything else of value up there, she took. She is keeping the hands in a little bag to bring back to that temple. And yeah, I think she sees the veil and it's like, whoa, cool veil.
Don't understand.
I'm gonna try to take a look at this and make some sense of this.
You do see also the leg in the bell jar.
There's a leg in the bell jar.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just a leg.
It's a right leg.
And it has a
like
metal
this glass case.
And it has like a metal chain with a silver disc with impossibly small writing on it.
Can I read it?
No.
Okay. I love when the DM just says no.
Let me see.
It's not impossibly small. Come on.
You can't even try.
No.
Let me just pull in here.
You want my spyglass?
No, I think I'm okay.
I'm gonna try to glean some insight from the documents again and figure out like, okay, are they trying to build something?
Oh, it also has a shackle on it that is broken. The chain is.
Okay.
Just like on the ankle.
Yes.
Is it like a base intelligence check? Or like
To identify the veil,
yeah,
it'd be a spellcraft.
spellcraft?
Yes.
I guess okay, if I'm identifying the veil, I'll do that first. And that's a 27. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's a 27 spellcraft.
So that's actually really good, but you have probably heard of this veil and these relics, and hearing it in this sort of context. These are the things destroyed by the Mad King. And again, 6,000 years ago, over 6,000 years ago. So what you're hearing and realizing are legends. What this is said to do is make it so, and again, this may not be accurate, but it's supposed to be able to free anyone who wears it from any containment. They are unable to be bound, and they are able to free others by looking through the veil from any sort of binding that includes enchantments, curses, etc. But it does come with a cost, and that was never defined.
Okay. All right, I definitely pass on that information. Be like, that is a really, really cool veil, but there is some unmentioned cost.
It was said to have come from a bride whose husband was taken during their wedding and executed. And her veil was an attempt to free him from the shackles of death.
Okay.
And unfortunately, it
Creepy.
didn't go quite that far.
Wait. So if you can use that veil to open anything, can you look through the veil and grab the leg out of the bell jar? Did you try that when I wasn't in the room?
No.
Can I borrow that veil real quick?
Yeah.
All right. Molly throws on the veil, as close as she'll ever be to a bride. She's looking through it and like with that information and attempts to reach and grab the leg from the jar.
Okay. As you look through the veil, when you put it on, you see ghosts moving about outside of this vault, moving about in the castle, seemingly moving about in sadness, creatures you didn't see before. And they don't seem malicious. They just seem going about their lives trapped in time. And when you look at the bell jar, you see runes and other enchantments on the bell jar itself. And now that you're looking through the veil, what you see is this dark black nimbus inside it that seems to be wrapped around this leg itself. You feel like you could potentially reach through the bell jar, but you would be reaching into this nimbus, whatever it may be.
What are we even going to do with this leg? That's like, all this is so wild. There's like, we need 13 things. And this would be the first of them. And am I going to risk my life on the first Horcrux? Am I going to Dumbledore die?
Did you write down the limbs? Oh, or what we need?
I wrote down what we read.
And you'll get the more hypothetical list,
Hmm.
but those are the ones that are assuredly written down.
Okay. I feel like, given everything that's happened, Molly's just going to full send and reach through the Nimbus to take the leg.
Okay. So I need you to make a spellcraft check to try to use the veil.
That's a 22.
Okay. You feel yourself reaching through, and you pass through the glass. And so, Felicity, what you see is Molly turn sheer, and you can see through her as she reaches in. But as you see her fingers reach through, they start to turn black. And Molly, you enter this nimbus, and you feel this incredible shock of pain. And I need you to make a will save.
Will?
Will.
Is it versus compulsion or fear?
It is not.
Okay. Then I have bad news. As a 14.
Okay.
Which is technically good for me.
You take 24 points of psychic damage. And your hand is pushed backwards.
24 and my hand is pushed backwards.
And your hand is turned black, but it doesn't appear to be anything aside from painful. It still aches. It's like a very deep pain.
Yeah. I feel like I have to try again.
Okay.
Do I have to roll to use the veil again, or?
You can use the veil again.
Okay. Use the veil again and reach back in.
Okay.
That's a 21 on my save.
Okay.
Sorry, 20. Yeah, 21. My base will save is +3
Okay.
at level 8.
Okay. Well, you're not going to be happy.
Okay. Am I going to find out I physically cannot do this?
No. I don't think so. 10. You take 46 points of psychic damage.
Oh my god.
But you're able to reach through and grasp the leg.
Can I pull the leg back out?
Yes. But as you pull it out, that nimbus is on your hand, attached to your wrist.
And it's just gonna stay there? Is it hurting me still?
It feels different. It's not actively hurting you, but it feels bound to your wrist.
Okay.
But you now
I
have the
turned to
leg.
Tech-Tune. Yeah. I turned to Tech-Tune, now at 3 hit points because of my previous constitution drain. Say, Tech-Tune? Tech-Tune? I'm just holding this disembodied leg.
Oh, God.
Tech-Tune? Please?
Tech-Tune comes over to you and casts Cure Light Wounds. And you don't heal.
Okay.
And you watch as he tries casting it again. And you watch as the Nimbus almost takes the magic and twists it and expels it back out. And you watch as wounds open on Tech-Tune's body.
Don't. Okay, we're gonna stop that. This is bad. This is evil shit. Now that I have the tiny inscription, can I just read it? Can I attempt to read it?
Yeah, as you get closer to it, you
Reading it through the
feel
veil,
like,
by the way.
as you look at it, it's like a fractal. The more you look at it, the smaller pieces of it get. It's almost like it's something that's been shrunk down. Like this was something immense that they made smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller.
Okay.
But touching this leg, it feels unnatural and weird. But this was definitely what Overn was looking for.
Okay. We're gonna make a monster. That's so fun. I am going to attempt to put this leg in one of the handy haversacks.
Okay. It is in the handy haversack.
And I am still covered in black smoke.
You still have the nimbus on your right arm.
Tagtoon, do you have enough hit points to try a remove curse?
Let's
I just
see.
don't want you to get hurt doing it, is my big concern. I'm sorry for my notes.
No,
They
you're
are.
fine.
Let's see.
They are unhelpful at best.
So he is probably gonna try. Can he do break enchantment?
Is there a foot attached to the leg? It's like the whole thing.
It's like the whole thing. It's
Right,
like
okay.
from mid thigh down.
Oh, we lost audio from
Oh.
you. Can you hear us?
Mm-hmm. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Then there we go. Okay. So it is like from the thigh down. So yes, that was a good
Okay.
question. So you do have that.
You guys rejoice.
Let's see. I have to make sure. I have to see if he can do that one. He can't do that. He's gonna try a remove curse. He's not sure what's gonna happen.
Love the confidence tech tune. Let's go.
Remove curse. 1d20 plus caster level against the DC of the curse.
I mean, I'll play the rest of the campaign at 3 hit points.
Okay. You watch as the blood of his hex kind of goes in his hand and he casts it upon the nimbus, and you watch as it just absorbs that blood and it drips down. And he says, "This may be another sort of artifact of some kind. Maybe you grabbed it in a way it wasn't meant to be intended. Because it said you needed to take something that would remove and bring life to something blighted."
Oh, I thought. Fuck. Well, now I'm super cursed. Okay. Something that would bring life to something blighted.
An artifact of some kind. It seems like they needed relics. Now,
Well, we're gonna have to find that. And pretty please hope it works. We don't have any other artifacts, right?
not that you know of.
So this castle is of Cordovan origin.
It's of elven origin that you're aware
I
of.
keep getting it backwards.
Yeah.
So, the elves claim it's Cordovan. There is no evidence that it is Cordovan.
Okay.
That's probably where
Okay.
you're getting it from.
Sorry. Yeah.
No,
I'm
you're
so
totally
sorry.
fine. I have purposely created where the elves are being misleading. The Cordovans, no one knows exactly where their castle is. The elves are saying, it's here, we live there,
Mhm.
we lived there, we own it. But everyone else is like, well, no one knows where it is.
Okay.
Okay.
So are we then? Has all of this information that we've seen been in common?
Yes.
Okay.
All of the information that
And
you've
is-
gotten from the Ensign Empire, like all of these notes, all of this information that you've collected, yes.
Okay.
The information on that plinth was in
Uh-huh.
common.
Okay.
My brain. Should we search the rest of the upstairs castle and see if we can't find something to
The other rooms
the other
outside of
rooms?
this.
Yeah, see if we can
ballroom.
find like more notes, more information, just anything.
Yeah.
This feels like not necessarily a dead end, but like we've kind of discovered what we can for the moment. And I cursed myself like a smart cookie.
You're just touching things, man.
I thought that was the right move. I thought the right move was use the veil to get the artifact. I forgot about the remove the blight part.
Well, technically you weren't there. So
Yeah, that's
Felicity
true,
didn't
yeah.
point it out, and you saw the veil and went for it.
Hey. Hey.
But
I
also
saw the veil, I
Felicity's like,
learned about
I'm
the
looking
veil."
at a map, and it's different than mine because mine's better.
Yeah, it is better, to be fair.
Should we find the key?
Okay.
So- I think
Yeah.
while you guys decided to go up, that's where we're going to wrap it for today.
I think so. I think that's tickled my brain.
Oh my god, yeah, I feel like I just fell into a puzzle I will never understand.
And congratulations, you leveled up.
Well, yeah.
And on top of that, I think you gain one of your, not a mythic tier, but you gain like one of those advancements up to the mythic tier, like a mythic trial.
Oh, nice. Hell
So-
yeah. I passed a mythical trial.
So congratulations on beating your enemy.
Yeah, I'm sorry I got like
Putting it
roped out by
mildly.
the whole experience.
No, I think that I wanted to give you the option to play it out however you wanted to, and then we would do the
the-
wrap up as easily as we needed to do it. So
Yeah, the further I got into it, the grosser about it I felt. And it was just like, I need to stop here before I.
Probably how Molly feels too.
Yeah.
I think I think honestly, pretty similar.
I think Molly had a really interesting time of just being like, I don't know if this is what I wanted.
Yeah. It's like, yeah. It's not just what you want, it's how you want it. And if they aren't both in alignment, it's kind of gross.
Yeah.
And now I have 3 hit points.
Yeah.
And that's what I have.
You're doing great.
No, I think
Yeah, for the next week I have 3, and then after that week, assuming I haven't got rid of the cloud, I will have 11.
technically you level up, so you're gonna get all your hit points
Oh.
back.
Oh.
Oh,
Look at Colton
I get them
throwing
back
you a
even though
ball.
even though I'm cursed.
Correct. I'm giving you that one. So
Okay. Hell yeah. I don't get my ability score back though, right?
correct. You have those for a
Okay.
week.
It's been 1. Okay. Oh, it has not been 1 week.
No.
I'll figure out what to do with the musket eventually.
It's been like half a day.
It's been like a couple. It's been 2 hours.
Yeah, I'm not even.
God.
Yeah.
Ooh, I feel grody. But that was fun. That was a
Good
push.
session.
That was a
Well, I'm
good
glad you
set.
guys liked it. It's been, like I said, 6 months, so I'm like, oh god, I hope that I can remember everything that we did. I appreciated
I love the
Felicity.
puzzly shit.
Yeah.
I'm glad you felt that way.